You want some of them when I was yeah, good. That's gonna be funny. Oh Lord. Oh dang, I didn't know that we already on the live. Oh heck no. Yep. All right. Okay.
I'm blessed, and I hope everyone else is blessed today. And I'm coming to you today, and I'm going to have what you call a lunch, a brunch, breakfast brunch lunch. And I'm going to get started just in a second. But first of all, I want to let you know that I appreciate this day coming as a holiday for us. And I think everyone should know. And let's go pray your prayers first. And we are going to, I'll take 1 minute silent prayer for the world today and a happy day of a birthday. So let's go into silent prayer for 1 minute. Thank you. Okay, I'm back with you guys now. So I'm going to read my scripture also. And I'll be reading the scripture to you today. But let's all remember, would you all please pray for our world of peace today also? And I thank you so much. Now I'm going to take my prayer today from Nehemiah 9:31. But but in your great mercy, you did not put an end to them, abandoned them, for you are a gracious and a merciful God. Okay? I may need to go over where you can understand it better. But in your great mercy, you did not put an end to them, abandoned them. For you are a gracious and a merciful God. Nehemiah 9:31. Thank you. This is the scripture reading from today from Miss Lena's kitchen. And as I say, every time I read a verse to you all, I want you to know there's a verse that I picked out that will help someone today, tomorrow, or next week, or whenever that you will get this. I don't care, whenever it is. And everyone is telling me that these prayers and these verses have helped them through the years that I've been putting them on. So thank you all so much. And I'm sure that someone is going to be helped today. Thank you so much for reading other scriptures. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to put them forward. Now today, I'm doing what you call a breakfast lunch. Okay. And it's kind of a lunch like. Okay, I have, here is turkey bacon. This is turkey sausage.
Live. Good.
Okay.
You gotta let me know when you finna do something different.
Huh?
You gotta let me know when you finna do something different.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna piece it up like you know how you did your intro. Stop it. And you gotta let me know when you finna do something different.
Okay. Well. Okay. So this is different from what we did. Okay.
No, I mean you know like when you go on to the next step.
Okay.
Let me know.
But I need to do something.
Oh, I don't know. Just tell me. Just say I'm going to the next step. It don't have to be on camera, but I know it's loud. But
He said, "Tell him when you going to the next step."
I know it, but I'm just saying.
yeah.
How did you want me to warn him? I know you don't like for me to talk.
No, you can talk. Tell
You
them.
can just tell me.
I can just tell you I'm going to the next
I can cut it
step.
out.
Okay, because she don't want me to.
They know what's going
All
on.
right, I'm just trying to. All right, I'm just trying to figure it out. Okay.
You ready?
All right, now hold on just a minute. All right, let me get I should have put this on another.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Miss Lena Live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Martin Luther King Day, everybody. Happy Martin Luther King Day, everybody. They're saying they miss you, Granny.
Put this in a pan, DJ.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Miss Lena's Live. Happy Martin Luther King Day, everybody.
It's gonna be enough. You think it's enough? Well, I'm in there.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yes. Next step. I'm getting ready to put the tater tots in the oven. And they'll be in there about 10 minutes. Thank you.
Hello, Caleb. Hello, Raven. Hello, Shy. Hello, Kate. Hello, Cynthia. Hey, Lavette. Hey, Family First and Last. Hey, Jim Rockford. Tisa. Hey, Linda Davis. Hey, Candy Brown. Miss you too. Hey, pretty classy lady. Miss y'all too.
You get it out your way?
I didn't see the red and I reached it good a minute. Okay, so okay, I'm getting ready to put my biscuits on. I'm going to put biscuits on here. Let's see if my butter's ready. A little soft. Like white sauce and wine. It's okay.
Hello, as usual. Happy Martin Luther King Day. Hello, Miss T.
A little butter on the tray. I just spread my biscuits. I'm going to only use 1 can of biscuits. Okay, this is the 1 can of biscuits that I'll be using, everyone. Okay. I don't know whether the biscuit's a little bit older or something. They gave me a big pop. I thought I had a firecracker. There's 8 biscuits coming out of here. Yeah. Yeah, 8 biscuits. And these are coming from Amazon. So. Put a little more butter here. I didn't melt the butter, you all, so I'm just going to put it on here like this. Not enough butter on this end, so and we'll put just a little bit more here. All right. I don't believe what butter biscuits are doing that for sure. I'm gonna put just a little butter on top anyway. I'm not for sure whether it's just regular butter or not.
Hello, Tammy. How are you doing?
Well, they butter biscuits. Oh, they are butter biscuits, okay. You did tell me they are butter biscuits, so I already was gonna put this a little bit on top anyway. Okay. I hope you all are enjoying a nice holiday today, and knowing that this is a day off that we have for our world leader, Martin Luther King. And I hope you all will be enjoying it, and hope that those have gone out to see some of the parades of what's going on in your city. I hope you enjoyed. I mean, maybe some is out there. So I'm gonna put these in the oven. Excuse me.
Hey, Miss Karen, how you
I didn't
doing?
know I was gonna cough.
Use the water.
I didn't know I was gonna cough now.
Y'all, I'm trying not to speak a
I got
lot.
water here,
She's
baby.
being recorded professionally today, y'all. So that's why I'm letting y'all look without saying a lot. She's being professionally
I want to tell
recorded this morning.
everyone. So look, I'm up after 4 or 5 days of having a bad cold, but I haven't been coughing or anything. So if I do have to kind of get choked up a little bit, please recognize it, because this is the first time I've been on for 4 or 5 days, and I thank you and I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. I'll put these in the oven now. Okay.
Everybody say they happy you doing better, Granny.
Huh?
They say they happy you doing better.
Okay. I'm glad. Who is that saying?
Everybody say they
Well,
glad you
everyone,
better.
hello over there in my live session. I appreciate you all waiting and keep watching for me every day. And I thank you for all the prayers that you have prayed for me. And I'm so glad to be back just for a few minutes. And y'all continue to pray, because I'm still kind of under the weather. But I have prayed and I asked the Lord that He's told me I could go on today. And so I'm on, but I still need your prayers. And please, whatever you all do, please come on and help me. Put the like on there, please. The LIKE. Please put push the like button. I would appreciate it so much, and it will help me out so much, because I have been out so long this month, and I do need that help right now. And I sure would appreciate all of you, and I love each and every one of you. And I'm so sorry that I had to be out for a few days, but sometimes when it comes a time, you have to take your time out and take your time off, and then you come back again and just keep on praying. And y'all keep praying for me, and I'm praying for everyone that I'll be able to have a wonderful day today. And I know that you all, I'm already having a wonderful day just to say hello to you all and enjoy all of my beautiful people and everyone that I have that's on today and everyone that's going to be coming on. I thank you so much. I appreciate you in this day of 19th of January 2026. Thank you. And we need world prayer today. Everybody, please pray harder than you ever prayed before. Thank you so much. I love you all. Now I'm going to get back to my business of doing what I'm doing.
Hello, Barbara. Hey, Cecilia. Hey, Constance.
Let me plug my card in.
Y'all, I'm trying to be low. She has a professional person that's filming her video today. Praise the God. Isn't it a blessing, y'all? So, thank you for the flowers, Sir Con. Hey, Karen. Happy Martin Luther King Day to everybody, y'all. I'm not talking a lot because she's being filmed. Y'all make sure when this video come out today, y'all like it, hype it, all of that. Yeah, Barbara, it's Martin Luther King Day. Hopefully she'll talk about when she marched and all of that, y'all, today. Also on her live.
Where is the other one? Oh, that one's plugged. This is plug into that skillet with that one skillet on. Okay.
Emmanuel.
You gotta plug the other skillet. Let me plug the other skillet in.
Thank you, Emmanuel, for the blessing. Maybe blessed back to you 1,000-fold. Emmanuel sent you a blessing. Said, "I just hit the like button. I hope you're doing well, Miss Lena."
All right, Tom. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the blessing. Appreciate you.
Okay, so now I'm going to get ready to, on here, I'll be putting this on, and I'm going to start my bacon. I'm going to start the bacon right now. It's step 2, I guess. Okay. I'm going to start it at 250 because I don't want to go too fast. Okay, so I'll push this shit back out of the way so I can get over here, you guys. Okay, just give me a minute.
Thank you. Hi, Patricia. Thank you, Meredith.
Now I'm going to be putting this bacon on the grill. Let's get it on.
Hello, Butter. Hello, Stacy. Hello, Laser Journalist. Thank you for the gifts. Happy Martin Luther King Day to you too, Meredith. Yes, she will know here. She will speak on it.
Okay. Get it opening. Okay, this is another step that I'm going to be putting. This is turkey bacon that I'll be putting on the grill. I had to unthaw it, so it's kind of wet looking, so let's get go up a little bit more. Okay. Mm-hmm. So now, and also, I'm getting ready now. This is a turkey link sausage. I'm going to be putting some of that on with the bacon. I don't think I've got it too high. It's starting out too fast. I don't want it to go that fast. Okay. So I'm going to be cutting this one up. I'm trying to make up my mind whether I want to cut it the long ways or just cut it in little cubes. Okay. This side I'm going to cut it the long way. think I got all of them on right now. That on now. Which I can't put it a little bit more now. I'm going to start cooking better, faster. And I also have some small turkey sausage in here also. I'm going to try to put a few of those in there with that. Like I have maybe 6 or 7 of those. Okay, now I have all those in there. So everything's on there. Now my next step, I do have a few little bitty tiny piggy sausage also. And a piece of paper towel so I can okay, thank you.
Hello, worst moderator. Hello, Katie. Kaylee. Hello,
And
Elizabeth.
these are
Happy
my
morning,
piggy
Peter.
sausage. The next thing. Once these will be these smokies, I'm going to put a few of those on also. Not as many, just a few. Here, I can see as I work around, going on with what's going on over here. Okay, so I'm going to move this right now.
Hello, Ebony. Hello,
I'm going
Miss
to put these over here
Natasha.
in this pan. I have done all those that I want right there. Okay. Like that also. I'm going to turn this over right now. And as this get ready, I'm going to be putting it on my warming sheet. I have a new warming sheet, but I have it covered with foil. This is the warming sheet that I'll be placing the meat on. Everything that gets ready, I'll be placing it on the warming sheet. And I put foil on it this time, because last time I tried it, it had a hard time cleaning it, so I didn't want to do that this time. Okay. Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Okay. And I'm going to put about, I have boiled eggs over here. I'm just going to lay the boiled eggs on them so they can stay warm.
Want me to peel them?
Hmm?
Want me to peel them? You want me to peel them?
You think I need to? Okay. Okay. Let me put it this way to see that. Okay, now. I'm going to push these down a little further. We have a little bit more room to work with.
Hello everyone, welcome to Miss Lena Live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. She's doing a breakfast lunch, a brunch lunch. Yeah, I'm not speaking a lot today because she's being filmed, not by me, but someone else professionally, so a little quiet today. Hello Wendy, how you doing? Pecano? Yeah, those are some cute pajamas. Thank you. Yeah, she's putting it on this warmer. She did a review on this warmer, so it keeps everything hot. And it's by Flippo. Come
They
on,
have
Wendy.
about 5 more minutes on the biscuits because I had to put them up a little towel where they could get ready. So I'm going to put them right here. Take the tots. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna get my biscuits out, you guys. So they should be ready. I just need about one more or two. Need to be grand. Not quite as brown as I want them, but I don't want them to burn either. So. Some of them not quite as brown as I would like to have them, but anyway, just put these out. Now let me put the others that's still a little bit lighter, because I had to put them on a different shelf.
Hey, Wanda. NBA basketball on Channel 5. Thank you, Jim, for telling us. Hey, Wanda. Welcome back. Hello, Samson.
Hello, everyone.
All right, Miss T, come on.
Everybody
Everybody, come on over. Hey, Arnell.
This one don't want to move. One is being very stubborn. So put these back in here. I'm going to put these back so they get a little bit browner. They're not quite as brown as I'd like if they're done, but I want them a little bit browner on top. Okay. So.
Hello, Rosa. Hello, Tylene. Hello, Muhammad. Everybody welcome. Hello, Robert Lewis.
About 5 more minutes, I'm at. Maybe not 5, I don't know. So let's get the meat off now.
Y'all welcome Wanda back, everybody.
You all may see me on here different today because I was trying to get a breakfast lunch and I'm on in my pajamas. So this is a new way of doing things. So if you have a brunch and you have somebody guest over, it's not going to hurt to put your pajamas on. Put them on and go ahead on. It's a good way to have another kind of a pajama top party in the morning, breakfast. This is just a new idea that I want you all to go on. Something different. We all do the same thing all the time, but tell your people that's coming over, bring your jams and have a breakfast jam lunch, okay? It's such a miracle. It's something different, and it's something different that I'm trying, and I hope you are going to enjoy it because I know it's totally different than what everybody expects me to come in, and I didn't expect to do this myself, but this was just kind of something that I guess, you all know that everything that I do, I always pray before I do it. I never do it without prayer. And the Lord led me to come in today with my pajamas on. And I don't hardly ever wear pajamas because I wear a gown or whatever I can find. But I said, I obey the Spirit. Whatever God tells me to do, I'm going to be obedient to the Spirit of God. And so that's why I'm doing what I'm doing today. I know it's totally different. It's totally different for me too. But it's an obedient spirit. And if you'll be obedient to God, He's going to work it out for you. And I do need my health-wise to be worked out for me right now. And I need it. I've been praying and ask God how to show me how to work myself out. And this is one of the things that He told me that I needed to do today. And so I want you all to know I do whatever the Spirit tells me to do. I don't know whether it's a lot of times people say that shit is crazy. But, God wants us to be obedient to whatever He does.
Amen.
And whatever He says to us.
Amen.
And if you're obedient to God, many years I've been obedient to God, and I know He always works it out for me. And I know I haven't been on 4 or 5 days. In fact, I've only been on maybe the whole month. Today is the 19th of January. And I think I've only been on maybe 5 days the whole month. Even if I don't even know if I've been on 5 days. But anyway, I'm obeying the Spirit of God. And I'm trying to clean this off a little bit, you guys. So it won't be so much burn stuff on here. It's really hard to clean later. So that's what I was doing now. Just cleaning it off a little bit.
Thank you, Robert.
But y'all just know, when God tells me to do something, when you see me doing something quite different than what I'm doing today, it had to be something totally different. And it had to be something that I didn't think about. It said something that God had to guide me to do. And thank God, I always do what he guides me to do. Now, for the reason, I don't know. I don't worry about the reason. All I know, I'm obedient to what God said do. And I do it then, not tomorrow, not the next day. He said today. So that's what I did today. That's what I'm doing today. And I thank God for him directing me to do whatever I do.
Hello, Nicole.
And
There she is, Robert.
My biscuits may be ready. Before I get them out. And then I get this on. I don't want them to burn, you guys. So.
Ready to
Yeah,
make it look
ready,
cute.
and I'm not going to put them in any longer anyway. So.
Make it look cute.
Okay, so now.
I already eat. I ain't lying.
Here goes Stevie Rose.
Hey, Tony.
She got to get a little piece out of
Hey,
there.
Cody.
Y'all know she had to go chewing, you know that. Everybody knows my DJ. She had to get that hand over there, that finger, whatever. She's not satisfied unless that hand or finger go first.
Exactly. Hey, Smitty.
And once that hand or finger go first, then she's satisfied. And y'all know that. There wouldn't be a DJ on there if it wasn't. That's the truth. The truth, the light.
So you fix the biscuit when you get
Hmm.
You fix the biscuit when you get home.
Uh-oh,
I said you fix it.
Oh.
For the kid.
Okay. Now, let's see, can I get a little bit of this burn off here? And then I can go on from here. So I want to get some of it on.
Come on, y'all. Come on, everybody. Come get them a plate.
Okay, now I do have a few little okay, I have a few little smokies that I'm gonna throw up there. Okay. Now here we go with the smokies, and they'll be okay in a little bit. All right.
Y'all, please like to hit the like button when you come in. Please tap the screen and hit the 3 dots at the top.
Okay.
Hello, G-I-U-S-T. Hello. Yes, that's right, Robert.
All right. So
God is in this house.
now I'm gonna put the I have a few pancakes that I'm gonna put in the oven and let them get warm. Okay. Everyone see now? Okay.
Hey, Esther.
Okay. Got that done. So now
Hello, Patterson.
I'm gonna all right, so now I'm gonna get my eggs ready. we already have 4 boiled eggs, and I'm gonna probably only do about 4 fried eggs. I think that will be enough for this time of day. Okay, so I'm
Yep,
going.
Rob, soul food, Robert. Yep. Soul food for your soul.
Okay. You know, sometimes these eggs are hard to crack, and sometimes they crack before you even get them open again. I'm only going to do 4.
Yep.
Let me do more.
So you. I'm trying not to say that, but you know what? DJ Red on mine.
I need
Hey.
to do more.
Yes.
Okay. How many? Okay, I got you. I see I got some of this bowl.
Hey, Friday, May.
The
Hello,
rest of it?
Tab.
Do the rest of them?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, you guys, I said I was going to only do 4, but someone told me they need more, so I said, okay. I had to put in, let's see, that's 4. I put 7 out there to start with, then I changed my mind. But now I'm going to do 7 anyway. Okay, there we go. So that's my setup.
Hello, Felicia. Hello, Rocky with Cowboy. Y'all, please get the likes up. Come on, get the likes up, please. Tap the screen or hit the 3 dots at the top.
Okay, so that's enough of those. So
Pancakes. Pancakes.
okay.
Hello, Gully. Thank you, Karen.
Okay, so this is out for the oven. So okay. So now eggs are mixed.
Hey, Wayne. I know, right, Karen? Love some breakfast. I'm ready to get into
Well,
it.
I've got to
Hey,
put me
Wayne.
some
Hey, Gully.
butter and there's some buttermilk so I can put on top of them.
Oh,
That's the only reason I didn't do it this time. I'm trying to keep the cough off, and I knew that any smoke would make it go on. I knew what I had to do, but I said, no, I better. That's why I'm trying to do it on this.
hello, Debbie. Hey, Shaquita.
So just let them know, that I didn't put any oil. Usually I put a little oil on it, but I didn't this time because I knew all the smoke will make me start the coughing, and I'm trying to keep the cough off. So I have to do it a little bit a different way. But next time, the cough will be gone, I'll be able to spray just a little bit of spray on
Yeah,
it.
she's making brunch tab, brunch lunch. She called it. I'm okay.
Breakfast, lunch, brunch.
I'm okay, Wayne.
I think
How
these
you
are ready
doing?
to come off now.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No.
Okay. These will go right here.
Hello, Bishop Board. Granny. Turn some of them some more. Turn some of them some more.
Well, they're gonna be warm. They
Yeah.
they don't have to do it. They're already pre-cooked anyway.
I know. Yeah, Tab. Hey, Bishop Bun. Wish everybody could come and grab them a plate. Sure be good. Y'all come on, get y'all a plate. They would say you just be laid in my heart saying hey to me. I've been watching you guys for over 7 months. Your mom is a real joy. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Well, I'm ready to
Okay.
get into
All
that.
right. Now, you guys, I'll tell you what. I'm getting ready now. I'm gonna cut the grill off, and I'm gonna get the skillet to make the eggs in.
Yeah, Wayne, if you're close, you could have came and got a plate. Everybody could have came and got a plate. Hey, Caden. Thank you for the gift. Thank you. Y'all, please push the like button. I'm hungry. It take too long.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, good girl. All right.
We're in Texas, Gully. Hey, Pastor Daniel's daughter, how you doing?
Okay. Now.
Okay, that's enough tater tots, though. We need some more tater tots. There ain't enough tater tots. Hey, Sharita. I've been wanting to ask a question for a long time. Never been appropriate. Did Miss Lena ever watch? Watch what, Debbie? Miss Holla. Thank you for the Sunday, Kaden. I don't know who Miss Holla is, Debbie. Never heard of the person.
Move that paper out so I can put this skillet down so they can see that. I think I can.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, get that out of the way so y'all can see. What's in that bowl right there?
The egg water.
Okay.
No, I don't know who that is, Karen. Never heard of the person. Can you give me something to put the jelly in, please? Glass bowl full of jelly. Yeah, we don't watch a whole lot of cooking shows. Probably some of the people that we just on here, but I don't watch them at all. I cooked for 27 years professionally. I don't even like looking at food. Big old glass bowl.
I don't have no small one down here.
For the jelly, a big old bowl.
Huh?
For the jelly.
I know, but let me see. I guess you have to put it on there together because I don't have no. Let me see. There's one up here. So.
Miss Carrie. I don't know who that is either, Golly. Now please tap the screen or hit the three dots at the top. Push like, please. To help you too to push Miss Lena's videos out. Thank you. That is not enough potato tots, Granny. Granny need to make some more potato tots, y'all. Granny, she make a lot of noise if she closing doors. Okay, Bob. I never heard of her. Hey, Linda. We've been sick. Been on almost an hour. Thank everyone for coming to Miss Lena Live. Thank you so much. Hey, JC Mitchell. Happy Martin Luther King Day, everybody. Miss Lena probably get through when she sit down and eat. She probably tell a few stories about Martin Luther King. Hey, Chris. Hey, Glenn.
Man.
I was trying to catch what Miss Lena had.
Let me see, okay. Move this out of right here. Take that, turn that around so it won't be on here. Yeah, put it over there for me. Okay. Let's see that. Yeah, you got a spoon in there.
It's okay.
It's a spoon in one of those. You got a spoon in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking of trying to catch what Miss Lena had for the last 2 weeks, y'all.
Okay, so I just push this on down here. Yeah, so.
Ooh, that's hot. Can't put the jelly up there.
Oh, too big, man.
Thank you, Glenn.
Yeah, Mr.
Hey, Johnny Victory. She's getting better slowly. Hey, Shalandra.
Okay, here. Let's see here.
St. Louis in the room.
Okay, so.
Yeah, she's trying to get better.
syrup. Oh, that's okay. Okay. All right, now put this on so I can get the butter in the skillet.
Thank you, Shalondra. Y'all, thank you for the 100 likes. I appreciate you. Just getting better, Johnny Victor. Linda. We are. Yeah, we haven't been on some days. One of our first days back, Chris.
I'm gonna piece of paper so you can get some of this stuff out of here.
Hey, Annie. Y'all come in, please. Like the video. Tap the screen, hit the dots at the top. Hey, William. Sarah phone, William. Hey, Tinkerbell. How you doing? Lena doing a lunch brunch. This is what she made so far.
What you got today? You like fish floating away. You think I'm gonna let me do it today?
Come on, Solange.
I don't know about these things. This is crazy.
We put white stuff. We get it out of there. I don't like that stuff in there. You know what it is. I don't care what it is, but we try to get it out. And we cook eggs. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Miss Lena Live. She's doing a lunch brunch. As you can see, a lot of it's already done. And I'm ready to get my heat on. How you doing today, William? Hope everyone is having a great day. Thank you, Cassandra. We love you too. I feel better, Tinkerbell. How are you doing? Hey, Faye, baby. How are you? All right, just relaxing for MKA. Karen says a little tricky to get an eggshell. Oh, it's not the eggshells, Karen. It's that white stuff that's in there. Membrane, whatever it is. Yeah, happy Martin Luther King Day to everybody. Lena probably gonna speak on it a little bit when she get through. When we get through, because I'm ready to eat. And I think she need to make some more hash brown, because they don't, hash brown, what is those things? Tater tots, but they don't look like enough.
I was shooting for a minute, but I have to try to get some of it out.
Yeah.
I get out of it, but
When you see eggs from other countries, they don't have all that stuff. And you know, where does that stuff come from? Wanda. Tell Wanda hi, Granny. She back.
huh?
Wanda back. Tell her hi.
Wanda? Okay, how you doing, Wanda? How you doing, darling? Hope she's feeling well today. I hate these eggs sometimes. You got most of it. I got a lot of it in. Whew. Oh, Lord, have mercy.
These people here are hustling. Hustle sell.
Okay. You got most of it out now.
These people here to eat it.
They're gonna deal with this. Okay, so
This
you
bottom
got
is getting hard. It's not.
Is that getting cold?
What?
All this stuff.
No,
It's still warm.
Mhm.
Okay, what you got it on medium?
No, it don't come on medium. I have it on 180, 187. We're gonna come on medium. Come on
Okay.
temps. I know, Miss T, why we take the time to get them out. Mm-mm. Ready?
Is it?
Oh, hey, Arlene. I don't think I spoke to you today. How you doing? She looking for a Smyrtle, y'all. She got it.
Okay. All right, now I'm gonna put my eggs in.
Sorry, y'all.
I let everybody put their own black pepper and salt in it, whatever they like to put in it. Sometimes I like mine cooked with garlic, and I used to love my eggs cooked in garlic. And DJ used to have a fit when I put them in. I used to put garlic and cheese in it all the time. Like, delicious. Oh my God. They'll blow your mind. She said, yeah, they sure will. They don't only blow your mind. She said, they'll blow your breath too. I love this spatula because it's keeps them sticking. You can just keep your eggs spread around in it.
Hey, Deborah. I haven't talked to Miss T since the 49ers won. So I don't know, but I know if I do see Malachi, so he gonna definitely let me have it, Miss T.
Say what?
She talking about Miss T asked me how Malachi got on me about the 49ers losing.
Did he?
I heard from Malachi.
I did say somebody the other day. I don't know what it was.
They hadn't played that day.
But I told him that's okay because both his teams lost too.
Philadelphia and Green Bay.
So both his teams lost too. So both of y'all teams lost, whatever. I said yeah, both. And he said both of his lost too. I said okay.
It's gonna be under. Hey, Kima. Kima said I put heavy whipping cream cheese and a little sour cream in my eggs. If that sound good, Kima. I decide what you do there, like cheese, but you can have the garlic not on eggs.
Yeah, I know sometimes I like sugar in my eggs also. Sometimes people don't, but I do. I like sugar in my eggs. I mean, not all the time, but I do like it. I don't eat salt, so sometimes I use just a pinch of sugar, and it makes it go a long ways with the cheese, you know.
I
I
know.
have cheese, eggs, and all that good stuff.
I know, Miss T. Cause and my other team, Jacksonville, they did good though to make it to the playoffs. So I'm proud of Jacksonville Jaguars. Proud of my 49ers. Raves, I use dry chives. Need to give me some fresh chives. Ooh, that sound good, baby. Okay, Granny, take some of the soft ones out.
What?
Take some of the soft ones out and put them right here.
Put them on. I should have put them right here.
Okay. All right. She might get some more potato salad. This is not enough.
Yeah, I see
potato
these
salad.
eggs. And this is the way I like for my eggs to be cooked. That's the way I like for mine to look. I don't know what y'all like.
Hey, Lenora.
I'm going to take some of these out and put them on top. I got some that don't like them. They like them black.
Shalonda said, I love your pound cake, Miss Lena. Thanks for sharing. She's been following ever since. Thank you for following and being a part of the family.
Let me see. I can't get that over there. Okay.
Okay, hold on. Let me move the biscuits back some then.
More than welcome, darling. More than welcome.
Here. Okay, put them over there, Granny. Hello, Smooth Wheel.
Yeah, okay. I'll put this over here so he can finish the way he wants it. So, like, we ought to add some down. It got a little too dark, too, so you can have that back over there. Let me see if I can get that back over there for him. Okay, all right. Pull it out.
Happy Martin Luther King to you too.
You can pull it out.
Smooth Wheel.
All right. Everyone, I'm done with this. And I hope you will enjoy what you've seen for today. I did enjoy doing it because it is a little different. And I'm hoping that this will give you an idea of something that maybe you can do later. And I appreciate you all watching so much. And I hope you will like this video. And maybe down the line, this will be something that you can even do for just your regular breakfast and have whatever. And I didn't fix anything because it was pretty late. And I know they don't eat this late. I don't eat this late because I eat any time in the morning. But I appreciate you all for watching anyway. And I thank you because we're going to probably have butterworth syrup and strawberry jelly. I do have grape jelly, but I may not have it on the table. I have honey also if someone wants it, but I don't want. I just want you to see what I have. So we have pancakes, and we have smoked sausage, a turkey smoked sausage, and then we have little smoky sausage, and we also have turkey bacon, and we have small turkey breakfast sausage also. have boiled eggs, and we have eggs. Scrambled eggs, and we have orange if you want it. So whatever they prefer is that what we'll have for the breakfast today. But I thank you all so much, and I'm hoping that you all will enjoy this. This was just something simple for the holidays. The Lord woke me up and told me to do this, and I'm hoping I'm a little late getting it done because it took a little while for me to get it started. But I thank God for giving me the strength to get it done, and I did get it done. And I was hoping to have it already by 1:30. You know it, no later than 1:30, but I'm late because I had to kind of get things together. But I do appreciate you all so much, and with all my love. This is Miss Lena from Miss Lena's Kitchen. Until I see you. For this day, and pray for the next one to be a better one. Pray for your family, your soul, your members, and everyone. If it's someone that you've done something to or hurt their feelings in some way, please ask for forgiveness because we never know when the last moment of the hour is around in this world today. So that's all I'm asking you to do because God is telling me this on my mind, and this is on my mind, and everybody need to ask for forgiveness. We all would want to go into heaven's gates and want to be in the mighty land. Nobody wants to go to hell and burn forever. So thank you so much. With all my
They want you to talk about Martin Luther King on the live.
they want me to talk about it. I can't talk about it. I can't think about it. Right now I can't think of all that stuff. They don't know what I've been through. Just trying to get to there. I can't think about too much Martin Luther King. I really don't know. I don't remember. I try to put a lot of things on about him on kind of out of my mind, and I've kind of gotten away from it. So I really can't tell them a lot what I've done with Martin Luther King. I really don't know how it has come out and how it's going to come out because there are so many things that, and this has been like over 50 years. And there are so many things that I have really forgotten over these 50 years until I cannot remember. So don't hold me responsible because some things I don't remember. And although I was in the movement with the stuff that was going on, but due to the fact that I was in the city of Dallas, Texas, we didn't have as much going on as was in Atlanta or in wherever, Alabama,
Mississippi.
and in those states, in the real southern, deep southern states, Louisiana, there was a lot more going on than it was here in Dallas that I can remember. Because there was always time for him to be in different places, and he was always in those places more than any other. He didn't make that many appearances in Dallas. He was mostly in Alabama, Georgia, and
Mississippi.
Mississippi, Louisiana, and he was in Arkansas several times too. I was trying to remember some of the towns that he really did. Where he really was, but most of them was in Tennessee, because that's where in Tennessee, and those towns like that. It was kind of like the real southern type states, so I can't really tell you a lot about those states because I do remember him going there, but I wasn't there to hear anything about it. Like I'm saying, it's a lot less went on in Dallas with him, but we had a people that was on the move with the movement, and they were doing what they thought what was doing best for our area, in which it was, because it was a help to everyone. But they participated very close to Martin Luther King, and they would always come back here to talk about it. But a lot of the times when they come back to talk about it, I wasn't able to go because I was doing something else or wasn't here when some of the main speakers was here, to talk about it. And, you know, there was a lot of times when, let me see, what am I trying to remember? I can't think of, what's his name? Can't think of what his name is. Anyway, the reverend that was, I was with him all the time. And some of these people's names that I don't, I know what I'm talking about, but I may not be able to call their names right away. So that's the problem I'm going to be having, because it was a lot of them that was the followers that always would come into town and talk about it, you know.
No, she's not talking about Al Sharpton, Raven. She thought you were talking about Al Sharpton. I told you weren't talking about Al Sharpton.
No, not Al Sharpton. The other one is close to him.
Andrew
Al
Jackson.
Sharpton, he didn't make many trips. He did come to Dallas, but he didn't make that many trips.
Andrew Jackson.
Huh?
Andrew Jackson. Jesse Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson made quite a few visits. And Andrew, the other Andrew.
Andrew Young.
And Young, yeah. Yeah, Young would come. He'd come here. He would be kind of like a major speaker when he would come. But most of the time when he would come, it would be the times that I was probably working and I didn't have time to go. And they would leave you programs and stuff. And I always received a lot of programs. But the people that's up in Georgia, Alabama, Florida, and all those states, they should have more messages about it than anybody else, because that was the area that he was in most of the time, where people were having a lot more trouble with things in the South than we were in Dallas, in this area, because Dallas has mostly kind of been a Democratic city, like, and so most of the people went to areas where there were, even though the state was the last 10 years, 12, 14, 15 years, it has been a Republican state, so that made a difference. So, but at the time, Dallas City was a Democratic city. So therefore, you didn't get that many people in a Democratic city as you would get in another city in the state of Texas, because there would be less people coming into this area, you know, to talk about anything. But it was a blessing, but Andrew Young was very intelligent, very smart, and left everything in mind that we could do and how we could do it, and he left the movements going all the time. So therefore, we could make great movements, you know, in everything that we were doing. So when he made the great movements, we were able to get a lot done in a sense, because give me wait. I guess that is voice over there.
Why don't you tell them when you marched when you was 14? You hear me? Tell them when you marched to sit on the counter when you was 14.
Yeah. Okay. There are a lot of things that were going on in the city, you know, and they were asking, you know, people that we had a NAACP youth organization. It was run by Miss Juanita Kraft, and I was in that participation in that area during that time also. And we were always, you know, there were times that they would take the youth department and make them march, you know, in the area of our city to go down. And we had frequently marched to different places, different things at different times. And some of them I don't remember, but there's a time that they did have interviewed them, and they did march down. We went downtown to just to sit down in the stores where they didn't serve the blacks, only downstairs in the back. It would say black army or white army. The white army, the white was able to sit upstairs, go in the door. But the black, they didn't let you sit up there. And you just did go through the door, through the black. But they did let you shop and spend your money there, of course, because the blacks were most of the ones that participated in spending their money in those stores. So therefore, they liked. Of course, we had, at that time, we also had Cressy's and Woodward. But now, when we went to the Cressy's store, you could stand at the counter there and get your hot dog. But you couldn't do that in one of the other stores, Greens. They would not let you stand there and get it. You had to go down to your area to get it. but they would hand it to you. You might have to go to the, only thing about that counter was like at the end, and you could still go there, but if you were in line up there, they never tell you we're not gonna serve you. They always serve you in those stores like Woolworth and Chris's. But H.L. Green, they did not do that. You had to go downstairs to get it, you know. So that was another thing that was interesting in downtown. When we were working, when we were downtown, there was a area where they had black restrooms. You had to go downstairs to the black restroom. You couldn't use the one upstairs. And the one upstairs was says white only. And then they had the water fountains downstairs, up there also. And the water fountains would say, it said colored people. That's what they said. They didn't use the word of blacks too. They just started using the word black in the middle 80s, I think. Because I think they had colored. I think they had colored all around, all the way from the time I can remember. But I think in the 80s or somewhere, in the late 70s or 80s, the late 70s or 80s, they, okay, in the late 70s or 80s, they did let you come down. They did start saying color and start saying black instead of color. And so that kind of made a difference, I guess you might say. And so, you know, the observance of everything that's going on now, and people are they're really trying to send you back in the area in days. I don't know, you know, and we're fighting. You have to really do some hard fighting now to stay afloating. But better yet, you have to do some hard. You have to do some mighty praying. That's the main thing. Because God is the one that's going to be your answer for today. Because there were a lot of things that were going on when I was coming up that you couldn't do.
Ooh.
Now, if you have somebody that would recognize you and help you to do something, you might get it done. But they really want, one time there was some of the bankers, I don't remember which one it was, but I know, I can't remember too much. I can't, I can't really go back to something. I can't think of something. I can't think of some of the things that happened. I really don't remember. And I don't want to tell nobody no lie. If you don't remember, you can't tell, you can't recall. I had no mind of recalling a lot of things that went on. If this had been like, what will I say, about 25 years ago, I might would remember more. But it's late now. I remember some in bits and pieces. But I don't remember everything. Sometimes I go back and I try to think of some things myself. Just myself, and I can't think of it. And I be trying to remember what happened during that time. Or what time, you know. But sometimes I wasn't able to remember. And sometimes now I'm still not, I'm sure not able to remember now. But then again, there were a lot of things I didn't want to remember, and I said, I'm not going to remember this. So I would always block it out, and I didn't remember. So there was a lot of things that was very prejudiced and very everything. So, but we had to make yourself known that you know some things, and you had to know some things because we were around in the city area, and we had to see some things. You knew some things, you know. And you saw a lot of things that were going on in those times, and it made you want to remember. But then there was something you didn't want to remember.
Right.
And I blocked it back. I blocked it out. But in the meantime, when I came up, I was still pretty fortunate. I got to go through a whole lot of some of the other people did. And I was saying, even now, I'm blessed by God. I was always blessed. I always feel like I was blessed by God then. But I'm even more blessed by the Lord now. Uh, there's some things that I go through. People may not understand, but I went through a lot. But only God brought me out.
Right.
And He's still bringing me out. I'd like for some of these young folks to know that God works it all out in His own time. But you have to be patient, and you can't be, you have to have an understanding, first of all, about who you are. And if you don't know who you are, it's hard to do it. And I know everyone needs to have an understanding about themselves. In order to get through this world today, you got to have an understanding. And you can't get angry with everything, although you can be angry about it. But you don't have to take it out of other people. And that's one of our greatest mistakes today. Everybody wants to take out something on somebody else. And nobody wants to be to blame for anything. And they might have started. And then they go and tell someone else that someone else did it, but they're the one that started. If you go in with them, they're going to do the same thing. Like it was a long time ago. Somebody said, well, let's go in. We're going to go in. We're going to try and see what happens. You know, they were, like I was saying, I went in, and they just tell me, oh, you can't try on clothes in this store. Well, I realized you couldn't try on clothes in this store. But I looked around, and I was saying, I met one of the salespersons, and one of our, so who was on here, that remember used to have a Singer Brothers, and Singer Brothers went to Singer Harris. You know, they had a little area in the back that they would let blacks try on clothes, but they didn't let all the blacks try on. There was one that they decided they want to try on. That's who they let do it. And so most times we had a couple of salespersons back there, had been back there for years in the stores. So they decided to talk to the managers and ask them if they have a lot of teachers, principals, and things that were coming in that needed to try on their clothes, not just send them to the house. They used to have like the Amazon come to your house. They would call the store. They would send you the book or send you the sale tag to tell you what they had on. And they would bring it to you to your house. If it didn't fit, you could always send it back. But some of the stores were even prejudices on sending them back if they came from a black house. But if you didn't know it, it didn't make any difference. So some of those managers and some of those CEO people up there decided they don't know where they're coming back from. So, you know, just let them go ahead on and exchange it, okay? But after they learned, most of them were maybe doctors and lawyers and teachers and ministers' wives and things like that. They would let them do it and they would come back to it. And, you know, a lot of times I learned about that because I was real good friends with a lot of the women that would sell people, and they were Jewish There were some of them were whites and most of them were Jewish in all those stores. And I would talk to them, and it's a way to do things in life. And I've always presented myself as being intelligent. Even when I didn't want to be, I was always respectful, I was always intelligent, and I always let the people know. I know who I am, I know I'm black, I know this, and I know you don't have many places for them to do it. But sometimes I was led to ask them, why is it that you all cannot get together and find something in some way to let some of them do it? And so I asked one of the salespeople in one of the stores that was one of our major class stores. And I said, now, if y'all got managers, y'all got rooms back there, instead of y'all making everybody come down, it should be a room a little further back in the back where it won't be near your white customers. And I said, why don't one of you all go back and ask them one day, sometime or the other, is there a way that you could let a black person go back and try on clothes and see if that would work? And so she said, well, and she would call me by my name because she always said, well, Lena, well, that's a good idea because we are getting more and more black customers in here, and they're on the social class. They have a good job. They're teachers and, lawyers, wives, and nurses and stuff. And so I gave her the idea to do that. And so she talked to one of the other salespersons. And this was another upscale store. I'm not going to call the name of that one because I wasn't working around with that one. So I'm just going to say that. So after I told her, so she gave me a telephone call about 2 weeks later. And she told me, she said, Lena, I want you to come by the store. I was always downtown on a Saturday, no matter what. I always went shopping on Saturday afternoon when I finished with all my neighbors and stuff. Because I did have a lot of neighbors that I had to work with before I could go downtown. And once I got down there, she said, hey, I'll come over here and sit down. And I said, And I never saw anybody black sit down over there. And so she told me, I said, sit down. And I looked at her very funny because I never seen anyone sit there. Now I said, I can sit. She said, yes, sit down. She said, I'll be back in a minute. And I want to talk to you. I said, okay. I know what we want to talk about because I hadn't bought anything. I had just told her that about 2 weeks ago about why she didn't have someone in there for the black people. And this was still during the time of hard segregation, okay? And so like I said, I was probably about 17 or 18 by that time. And I kept talking. And I always used to, I used to always pray a prayer and ask the Lord, why is it that we all got the same eyes? We got eyes, 2 ears, 2 arms, and arms. Why is it, what is it that about the color that we can't go in and sit down in your own color? Well, sometimes I understood. But some of my people were so, they really, they didn't, they looked bad. Didn't try to make up, but most of them go down there wouldn't go in those stores anyway because they know they have money to spend. So it's just the upper class people would go in there and they have money to spend. And so when they did it, they would go in. So when she sat down and started talking to me, in other words, and she said, you gave us an idea, and we talked to the store managers and the clerks, and I was telling them, how you come down here and you're just, they know I was just a teenager. They knew I wasn't wrong or anything. And they said, yeah, you talked to us about that. And so we went to the top men and we talked to them about it. And so she said later on, about a week or two later, they looked at their clientele. And most of their clientele were people that spent a lot of money. And they couldn't try on any clothes. but they never mention it, you know. They just let them bring it to the door and send it back or whatever. And so, so the head manager, whatever he was at the store, he told me, he said, well, you know what? Let's make a sitting, you know, and we'll try the sitting. And the sitting was that, okay, they had like a divided wall, which they never had that. So they said, well, let's try it this way. Well, you know they weren't going to go right in and try it on everything like they do all the time. So they had a sitting wall. And behind this sitting wall, I don't know whether y'all know this have anything to do with Martin Luther King or not, but anyway, this is a sacrifice that I had talked to someone about when I was about 17 or 18. And they did make the sacrifice. So they set the seat out there, and the lady, when she told me to sit down, and she said, well, you can sit down here now, Lena. I said, okay. So I sit down, because let me tell y'all something. When I was 17, let me tell you, I was very clean. When I tell you I was clean, I was clean. And I don't mean clean with washing my body. I mean, I was clean, period. I knew what I wanted. I knew how to ask for it. I knew how to talk to people for it. And they understood me. I made no demands. I just tell them what it was like. So when I told them, and I made no demands, very nice, very intelligent. I was always intelligent. But when I went downtown on Saturdays, I'm going to tell you, it looked like I was going to church. I didn't go down there with no slop on, no nothing on. And at that time, I was wearing high heel shoes when I was 17. I put my high heel shoes on and my dress and my nice dress. I always had a nice coat, nice clothes, everything I had. At that time, I was an only child, and I went looking very intelligent. So no one knew what I had. I mean, all they knew that. Now, what it was, my aunt that I stayed with, they all had church cards. And I used those church cards a whole lot about stuff I had no idea I didn't even need. But I bought it for myself. Some things I never even want, but I did buy it anyway. But they found this out. And when I sit down there to talk to them and when everything, I'm telling you all, I went downtown. It looked like I was going to church on a Sunday morning. I had my high heel shoes on, my stocking, everything. My hair was laid to rest. I went to the beauty shop, and when I went down, I was ready to go. And I could walk in those stores, and everybody would speak to me because I was intelligent. I spoke to everybody, whether they liked me or not, whether it was black or white. Everybody spoke because they knew what I was going to do, and they knew I was going to come out there with a package. I got on the elevator. They didn't. One time we used to have an elevator say black only. I said, what they got a black only elevator? And the guy in the elevator is black. And so I asked them. So it wasn't too long before they took the sign. And I said, the elevator got to be black. I said, the elevator ain't that. I said, when I looked at the elevator, I said, well, they both the same color. So why does one have to be the same black? I was always curious, and I would say what I felt like saying. But I said it so intelligently until they couldn't do anything but recognize what I'm saying. But they recognize who I am when I come in. And most all of them that was on those certain floors, they were selling things. Just about everybody knew me by name. Hi dear, how you doing today? Well, they knew I was going to buy something. And sometimes they said, well, the first time when I started going, along, well, I used to, before they would let you in there to try on clothes, they wouldn't even let you go around the racks. So I had to go in the back. First, this was like when I was about 12 or 13, but they didn't know I was 12 or 13. I looked a lot older when I was young. And so they knew the size clothes that I wore. And so she said, okay, she would always put my clothes back to the bag. And I always fix it up where I could always come in and try them on. And so she said, okay, Lena. She said, we're going to let you come on in, and we're going to let you go in. And she bought me a whole big old rack of clothes. I said, all these clothes my size? She said, yeah, I know you're going to look good in all of them. I said, well, I keep all these clothes. I said, I'm not ready to run the bill up already. And I said, oh, well, I can run it up a little bit more. She said, yeah, you can run it up as much as you want. I said, no, I don't. I didn't ask my aunt, can I buy nothing else today? And I didn't ask my grandmother either. I had 2 charging cards. But I didn't ask nobody like I could do it, but they know I could. Because they always told me, get whatever I wanted. And they know I could get what I wanted on either one of the charge cards. And they know, I guess the charge cards, the way I could get whatever, I don't know. I don't even know how much I could get, but whatever it was I wanted, I never was turned down and say, yeah, go ahead on and get it. So they would let me have it. They just say, oh, it's already done. I said, it's already done. All I had to do was just put my name on it. Either one of them. I said, I don't know, my other grandmother, she didn't tell me I could get this today. They told me let you have whatever you want and whenever you come in. I gotta get me some water. You know. So that's what I did. But anyway, I went on in. So they opened up this place and they sat down. And after, like I said, 2 or 3 weeks later, all those ladies, they told them, those teachers, doctors, and I don't understand why those women that spent a lot of money for their clothes did not ask the people why they didn't give them a seat to sit down. Or let them sit up front or try on their clothes. I give them a room where they could go back there. But no one never, she said, well, no one never asked. So you said, so I looked at that thing. And when I looked at that Bible, you have not because you ask not. And I always think about that. I was a person who would ask for anything. I know one thing you couldn't say, no. If I couldn't have it, okay, it's still okay. Because I ain't never had it before, no way. So if they tell me no, goodbye, it's okay with me. I ain't worried about no. Yes and no wasn't a problem to me. I've been told no so many times until it didn't matter. If they had said, when they said yes to me, I said, really? Are you for real? Are you talking to me? I thought she said, well, ain't nobody here but you, so I had to be talking to you. I said, okay then. But it was so many miracles that I had during those bad years. In the late 50s, in the early 60s, I had a lot of bad years. But I had a lot of good ones too. And even when I was in school, whatever, I had a lot of good years. I had a lot of bad years. I had a lot of, I'll say well good years, but I say bad days and good days. It wasn't like years, but you have a lot of bad days and a lot of good days. But I was still thankful because I used to I try to tell my grandchildren, in which they don't understand how I came up and how I come about.
Right.
And they don't know how to speak to people. They don't know how to talk to people. I always knew how to talk to people. I don't know what I was born to talk to people or what, but I've always known. I've always been around older people. I've never been a person that was unthankful. And every time I say thank you when I'm not supposed to say thank you. Because I've always did that my whole entire life. Exactly. I learned the word thank you, and I say thank you to everything, everybody.
Yep.
I don't care what it is or what it is. I may not even supposed to say thank you, but that's how I was taught. That's how I came up. I'm thankful, and I'm still thankful to people. And I tell people right now, thank you, and they should tell me thank you. But I'm telling them thank you before they even tell me thank you. Right. And so when I tell them thank you, they understand. They don't understand. How can I say thank you for something I'm not supposed to say thank you for? They're supposed to tell me that. But in the meantime, I was able to get that started for those ladies and those doctors' wives and some of the attorney wives and girlfriends or whatever they were. But I was able to get a prayer where they could go sit down and try on their clothes and go and had a room open up so they could try on their clothes instead of just sitting them down. And they could go in there and take them back and try them on. And that's one of the things that I never even said even to my children. I never did. Because they wasn't interested in what nobody else doing no way. So why should I tell them? They wasn't even interested in what I'm doing. 9 times out of 10, let them know what somebody else doing. And a lot of times, I know they're grown now, but a lot of times they're still not interested in things that I do and things that I think. things that I say. But, you know, God fixed me that way. God made me that way. And I've always been that way. And I've always been blessed to do what most things I wanted. But some of the things I didn't even bother about because I didn't think I could have. But, you know, if I had gone to Jesus and talked to him like I am now, I would have had whatever in this world that my heart desired.
Amen.
But I did not understand that until 45 years ago. And I let a lot of things go by me. And I've always asked for things when I was younger. And after I had having my children, I got to the point that I didn't ask for anything. And I know I cut myself off. I said, I can't have that. I can't afford it. But I could have had I trusted in God to get it. Because he was my trust.
Amen.
He was the God that I know. But when I did start asking just for a few little things, I started being able to get it. But I still didn't understand the kind of trust. I didn't know that was trust. But God was still letting me have things that I did ask for. And sometimes I feel I can have it, you know. But it's just a matter of people thinking how we live today. And I was listening to The View this morning, Don Clayton. He was on there and he was talking about, everybody said, we've never seen time like these. And he says, yes, we have. Times are tough. Times are rough. But we have seen times like that. But we got through them. He said, it'd be a few things that's not quite the same. He said, but so many of these things that's going on right now is the same as it was then, back in the 1700s. He said, we don't know. He said, y'all have to take time to find out. He said, but y'all have to know that because things are like today, y'all not trusting anything. And he put a book out today on Oprah Winfrey's show. And I said to myself, you know, I'm not a person that read a lot because my eyes give me trouble. But I can remember a lot of, when he said, come here, baby, give me some water. Go around that way. And I said, there are a lot of things that I remember. There are a lot of things that I remember that I can remember. I don't remember. That I would love not to remember.
All that food on that
But
plate.
I do remember a lot of things.
That food on that plate.
How I came up and how things were around me.
Yeah, put all
And
over
how I
on
would
that plate.
ask for things. And how, when I asked for things and I asked God to bless me with things, he did bless me with them, you know. And I knew that God was the one that blessed me with it, okay?
Amen.
I had no one else that could do it but him. And I would think around, well, I knew I prayed and I went to church. I was, you know, I had my little kid that I taught my Sunday school class too. When I was 10, 11 years old, I had a Sunday school class with little kids up at 2 and 3. I didn't know that, but, you know, I would always tell them to be good and kind. But they would listen to me. Because I was like that. I was always smiling with
Hello,
them.
Ruby. Hello, Diane.
I played with them. I talked with them. And I taught them, you know. And sometimes people don't understand about a lot of things about people. And I know people don't understand, never did understand me too much. I was always a different person
Your mama, Joe.
from other people. By me being a different person from other people, it made a whole change in my life because I could ask for whatever I wanted, I could get. With money or no money. But I didn't know that until later. And if I'd always known that, I would have had a lot more today. People offer me things, you know. I wasn't rejected in anything, but it's just that sometimes I was a person like this. Because I always think, I used to hear older people say, you can't trust
Shirley.
people.
Hey, Anthony. You right, Shirley.
Huh?
No, she says it's just History repeating itself. A lot of young people don't know that.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's coming back. And some of the things I'm glad to see come back. Because some of these young people don't appreciate the journey that they were on. And they got everything that they wanted that's come along, but it was because somebody else had suffered through it to get it.
Right.
But they come through and they don't appreciate the people what they went through to get what they are now. So sometimes I look at them and I would think in my mind, they don't know what you had to go through with for them to be where they are today.
A lot of black people lost their lives.
And they walk over you like you ain't nobody. They get out them $300,000 cars, $300,000 house. You ain't nobody. I might get out of a jalopy, and they won't even look at you.
Amen.
Because you know what? We got everything we want. But some of those same people that is doing all this good, all this money that they have.
Welcome back, Tinkerbell.
They really don't know. Just like you got it, you can get away from it. And they need to be careful right now. Because they never know what way they're going.
Not only that, then they forget
they
the
need
person.
to know.
Not only that, they forget the people that paid the price for them, the people that died and marched and all of that for them to have this stuff. They forgot.
That's right. And there's a lot went down. A lot of the parents want their children to have more. Work night and day. So leave my home, so I'm not never worry about them. And so many of them, they out around. The parents died and gone. They turned them parents work night and day. They had mother and father. Work night and day. But they had a good insurance. So if something happened to them, they have a home paid for. They have money. Insurance, good insurance and everything. And most of those children went bad. About 15, 20 years ago, I went in a neighborhood that I lived, and I could not believe what I saw. I knew some of those mothers and fathers worked night and day to make their kids be secure and their grandchildren coming on down the line. All those homes, all those nice fine homes people work for at night and day had been turned to drug houses, had been beat up so bad, we never would have done about fine houses. There's just no way I can see how they could have done that. And I can remember some of those mothers and fathers worked really hard. I said, I don't want my children not to have, because I didn't have when I came up. They worked night and day for those kids. And I bet you some of them kids, that mamas and dads, one bird, 10 years, boy, they didn't have nothing left. I bet some of them won 3, 4 years.
I ain't think about it was good.
Everything was gone. See, they done
She's
took it
85. She's 85, Anthony.
because they done let it go. They couldn't handle it. Parents gone on. They insurance money, they don't spend it. They didn't have no job. Go to drug dealing and all kind of stuff. And I said, I just cannot believe this. Oh, as those people work. But one thing I told my children, I said, I don't have that much. I said, but I tell you one thing. If y'all get in trouble, by yourself. Don't call me. I said, now if it's self-defense, you can call me. But if it's not self-defense, don't even try. Because I'm not going to waste no time coming to get you out of nothing that you shouldn't have been into. And I meant that. And I thank God I never got one that was in trouble. I had to go and get them out. There were some people everywhere around me. They were just running. There's so many lawyers getting tripped in and out. I said, what in the world? I got to go pay this. This lawyer charged me $1,000, $5,000, $10,000. They go and mortgage your house. Get your children out of trouble. And that's something that I would have never had done. I mean, never. Not even now. Unless, if I know my body, I don't have nothing now. I don't have anything now anyway. But if I had and had to do it, I wouldn't even try. Because I would say, I worked awfully hard and I didn't have things that I could have had for myself and that I needed for myself. Because I'm giving it out to the children. I'm working out for other people. So I just want y'all out there to know, life is hard if you make it. It can be easy, it can be hard. My life is not easy, it's hard. What I'm doing now is hard. But I know it's hard, but I still try. And if I don't try, it's still going to be harder. It's going to be harder than what it would be by me trying. But I know that God gives me the strength to keep trying. And with the strength that I have, and I keep on trying, keep on obeying what God is telling me to do. Keep on working my mind. Keep on trying to live for God for whatever it is. I know that He'll make a way somehow.
Hey, Simple B.
And people have to know one thing. I tell everybody every time, even though, like I'm saying, I realize some of those people out there that marched with Martin Luther King, those guys that was out there, he got killed, those them trash men trying to have a job in Memphis, Tennessee. He came on coming back to Memphis. He was killed, those men trying to have a job with just trash street, want to try to have a job. And I thought about that many years. And here, people out here now, they would rather sleep on the ground under the bridge than to try to even get a job. And some of them could go to the grocery store where they, instead of walking down there pushing a bucket with old dirty clothes in it, going up under the dirty bridges, all of them are not disabled. No, they're not. Some of them are well and hardy. I see them on the street. I need a room. I need a job. I need $1. I need $2 to get them. And I offered a man, so I offered him a jar of water, a bottle of water one day. I was driving along and it was hot. And I said, here, your bottle. I don't want no water, I want some money. Okay. Well, you better go to work and get it, because I don't have none. I go in the store sometime. Ma'am, have you got a quarter? No, I don't. I said, do you have a quarter? Do you want to let me have? I said, I just said I want to give you $2 or $3. I said, you still ain't got a quarter? And she just gave you $2 or $3. I said, man, you know you're a lie. I said, you just got the woman just handed you that a few minutes ago. Well, I said, I nothing. I said, you a lie. I said, how many $3 you done got today? I said, God, I said, you ain't gonna have nothing. No Lena. I said, I don't care who give you something, you still ain't gonna have nothing. Because you're sitting there lying. And I said, that's okay. I said, I don't have anything to give you anyway, but I just want you to know. Quit lying. And if you got to have a penny or two, what you gonna do with it? You ain't got nowhere to pay no rent. You still got you got a basket of, you got a grocery basket of dirty clothes there. You gonna roll to the corner again. No ma'am, I ain't. I'm going to my cousin's house. I said, you gonna roll that dirty clothes to your cousin's house? I said, I wouldn't even let you come to my yard. I said, you ought to be ashamed. I said, you don't look like you know more than about 40 years old, or 41 or 2 years old at the most. And you got to go out my road to your cousin's house. Hey, I said, you ought to have your own apartment road it too. I had to be right here rolling around begging for the money. Man, I'm sorry. I asked you. Okay, that's fine. I said, well, you have a good night, and you keep on getting more $3, you might be able to get your apartment. I walked on out, and so I came back out. I went in the store, came back out. I said, you have a good day, get your apartment with your other $3. He looked at me, come on, you can't get no apartment, no $3. I said, you get an apartment a day's time, you can. Or get a hotel room or something. No, ain't enough to get a hotel room. I said, have a blessed day here. May God bless you and sleep under the bridge.
Right.
And that's what I told him.
Hey, Michelle, sissy.
But it's so much, you know. I know I'm not on the subject where Martin came, but I'm just, these
Hey,
are just little
LaFlora.
things. These are just little things that, that's happening now. And some of these things didn't happen long years ago, because most time, back when they were talking back in the 1800s and something, those folks may not have had anything, but they out there working on them plantation and field, hot, nowhere to take a bath, nowhere to do nothing. They had to be in dirty clothes or whatever. But they get back out there on that field peeling that cotton or potatoes or tomatoes or whatever they were doing.
Exactly, Alex.
And doing whatever they had to do. But now these here suckers ain't gonna do nothing but just stand on the corner with a cup. And you got the cup with shaking it. Give me, you got some money? You got the money? You got some money? That's all they know, you got some money. I was gonna say, I need to say sometime, what is money? I would love to say that, but you know, now think about it. But it's just the idea of how life is with people. How things are going on for years and years and years and years. How it stops and it starts again. A new trail, a new something, a new something, a new something. But, if we look to God, God makes a way.
Yes, He does. Yes.
Everybody don't want a way.
Oh, yes.
Some people just want to do nothing, have nothing, but look to take something from somebody else. Even a rich man, he's taking something from somebody else. Because he got to have more. What do he need more for? Where is he going to take it to? To the graveyard? He can't spend it in the grave. He can't spend it on the gold streets in heaven. You can take it there. He's got your spirits going. But you got to have more and more and more and more and more.
Greed. That's greed. That's the devil, greed.
More and more and more. No way you can take it. But just, I got this. This is mine. This is mine. This is mine. Look what I got. Ooh, I got all this property. All these houses belong to me. All this belong to me. You go and collect the money. Poor man can't. Some poor people can't hardly pay for it. If they can't pay it, they're going to put them out. I'm going to call, get that house, put you outdoors. There they sit outdoors with their few little, ain't got but a few little rags or bundles or something. Just set them out. Somebody come through and pick up all the good stuff, and all the old stuff is gone. They sure enough got to go under the bridge, The folks that he done put out was trying to pay their rent. And probably might have stayed down 10, 12 years. And they still put them out. Because of that. Because they don't have enough. They don't even give them time to see can they make enough. So, y'all, it's a long life. It's a long story. But what I'm saying, y'all, I want y'all just to think about it. Because there's somebody out there that needs to think about what I'm saying to them today. I went around in 2 or 3 different ways that I'm talking to y'all. I know my daughter said something about Martin Luther King Day. And now, we know a lot about Martin Luther King. But as I said, I wasn't around to participate with Martin Luther King. So when you're not around, there has to be people that's up in those areas where Martin Luther King was and where they marched with Martin Luther King. No, I never went to Alabama, Montgomery, Alabama, anywhere to march. I didn't have that kind of fun. I didn't have the kind of money that they needed, and even they had a bus tour that was going. But where we going? When you get there, where are you gonna sleep? I might have had the money for that, but you gotta have money to eat with. You gotta have money to sleep with. And they wasn't. I mean, those few people had some money, and some of them, and ACP was paying their way. But I wasn't at that time. I probably wasn't even a member in any ACP again because once I got to be an adult, I stayed there for a little while. And then after a while, things kind of got crazy. And I kind of turned it loose because there was a lot of different stuff going on. A lot of different people were coming in. And they had a lot of different attitudes. And as I say, I don't understand attitudes. I don't understand attitudes with people. And because you don't have this and you don't have that, you can't get along with some people. So I didn't want to get along with anybody anyway. And if I didn't have to, and I said I keep myself out of this stuff because right now, to me, it was like a lot of trash. And it could have been better, but some people would make it worse because of the way the attitudes were. And they kind of got to the point. Sometimes they thought they own it, you know. And you got to do what I want to tell you, what I'm telling you to do, and all this stuff. No, you don't do it like that. And as long as we had nice, intelligent people working around there,
All right, Tinkerbell.
it was good. But attitudes, I can't take. So I never knew that I could not take attitudes because people were too bad in their attitudes and stuff. So I had to really give it up and just kind of go on my own and watch the dispositions and watch the people attitudes that took over and the ones that, you know, they took over too much and thought they owned it and, you know, didn't really know how to talk to the people that's in there that's supposed to be helping with the country, with everything that they're doing and paying their dues or whatever that they're supposed to be doing. And I would hear how those that was head of it sometimes, they would talk to those people so bad, you know, but the ones that was kind of on the top positions, they always got good. But I don't know if anybody has went through those things. I never went through them because I would see them do the other thing, other people. I said, what they do to other people, they sure will do it to me because I know I don't have as much as them other people have. So I said, no. Every now and then I would attend a little bit of what was going on. But I said, no, it's just too much, it's too much fanfare and it's a little money passing on, but it's just like, you know, you got to kind of be with the bigger top people to stay in there like you should. So I said, no, I don't have that kind of time. So I said, I get out of all this stuff and let it go like it is. Because sometimes things are just too much. And I didn't want to be involved with people with too much stuff going on. I saw too much going on that wasn't necessary. So it's time for me to jump. Say, forget it, you know. Because the right thing ain't going on right now. So that's the way, that's just the way things had gone with me for a little while. And I didn't have any advantages over some of the things that was going on. I got to let me talk to him for a minute or two.
Yeah, I'll talk to you after Granny come back. She got to...
Can you get up out of the chair and sit here so long, yeah?
You need your cane?
I get up. I can hardly get up. I'll be back just a minute. So I'm trying to sit there. I can't sit down. Low seats too long. Can't sit down in towels too long either. So
I hope y'all enjoyed Granny's conversation today
I'll be back in.
on life and history and God and everything. I hope everybody's enjoying it. Hey, my lover. What does that say? Shell. Yeah, hello, Shell. Yeah, I hope everybody's enjoying Granny's her story and history and today's stuff going on and everything. I keep trying to get her to tell when she walked downtown Dallas, but she go way off somewhere else. So y'all still ain't heard this story when she walked downtown Dallas, go sit at the counter. Thank you, y'all. I'm trying to get y'all to tell her that story. But she started, then she stopped with all the way around the corner, somewhere else. So maybe she'll come back and tell the story where she walked and wouldn't sit at the counter. Then she was 14. Cause I didn't hear it, and a few of y'all done heard it on here. But the ones that ain't heard it, I would love for her to tell it. I was like, I think she just started like twice, y'all, that she stopped and went around the corner again. Thank you, Tisa. Barbecue jumbo pork chop, baked potato chili. That sounds good, Tony. Yeah. So maybe she get back, y'all. I can get her to tell the story where she actually marched herself. Not with Martin Luther King, but she did march downtown. They marched to go sit at the cameras. She started, but she never did finish the story. Hold on. Yeah, so yeah, hopefully. Yeah, Alex, it is. Thank you, Tisa. Every time she start, y'all, she start all over. I was like, here she start all over, y'all. It's so funny, so funny. So hopefully when she come back, she'll tell the story when she oh Lord, I ain't about to go dead. Hopefully she'll tell the story when she had marched, y'all, cause I'm sitting here in my head just cracking up. Mm-hmm. Cause I heard it a whole lot of time. I think a few of y'all heard it, like Miss T, Michelle, and stuff. She's said it a few times on the live. Yeah. So sorry, y'all. Alex and my mom does the same thing. We just sit there and laugh, right, Alex? Cause like, it's an interesting story that I want her to tell. I mean, even though she didn't march with Martin Luther King, she did march when she was 14. And I would keep trying to get her to tell the story. She just keep going. She go all the way around the world and back. All around the world. I can't find my baby. So maybe she'll come back and start the story again, y'all. I'm gonna try to get her to start the story again and see if she can finish it this time. Yeah. Y'all, the ones that's writing in caps, I appreciate y'all writing in caps. But it's so easier for me to read. Easy for me to read. Bethany, where's your mother-in-law? She'll be right back. Hey, Francine. On me a good sub sandwich, y'all, one day. Good old sub sandwich. With some alfalfa sprouts, everything on it. How's everyone doing today? Y'all, thank you for coming on to the live today with Miss Lena. I appreciate it. Appreciate it to the highness, to the fullness. I went to sleep on y'all. I think I went to sleep on y'all a couple of times. Yes, he is. God is good, Homer. Yes, he is. And thank you, everyone, for taking the time out today and being on Miss Lena Live. We appreciate y'all so much. Very grateful for y'all. I'm good, Wanda. I'm thinking of catching Miss Lena cold she done had for the last 2 weeks. First he said, yes, he is. God's amazing, good all the time. Yes, he is. Yeah, I'm grateful, so grateful for each and every one of y'all, and grateful for the ones that's really genuine, be texting us and asking us how Miss Lena doing or how we doing. I appreciate y'all. Y'all just don't know. Very grateful. Very, very grateful to all the ones that text every day to make sure we okay. Thank you, Michelle Sissy. Yeah, it helps me. Because when it's not small, I strain, my eyes strain. It's horrible. Yes, Alex. Taking it one day at a time, all I can do. What you looking for now? What you looking for? Huh?
No, I'm still.
A pillow?
That's all right. I didn't see that.
No, we're not cooking nothing home. But she already cooked. She cooked the brunch lunch. She called it. So we're not cooking nothing. God got me. Yes, He does.
I ain't got my food to eat. What time is it? It's 3 o'clock? What time we come on? 11? Been on about 5 hours?
No, you ain't been on no 5 hours. Only 2, Granny.
What?
You only been on 2 hours.
Is that?
She said
Sure
5.
is. Look
Yes,
at here.
Granny. I'm looking at the thing, the top. Yeah.
Okay.
Granny said she been on 5 hours. No, you ain't been on 5 hours, Granny.
I thought it was 5 hours. Oh my God, that's crazy.
I done went to sleep on y'all and everything.
I need.
Yeah, no, you talking your story. I just told him. I was just telling him when you left. I said, y'all. I was trying to get Granny to talk to y'all about when she marched to the counter when she 45 years old. I mean, when she was 14. I said she started. Then she went all the way around the world. Never finished the story.
Who's that there?
That's what I was telling them. I would tell you to tell them when you marched when you was 14. You started the story. Then you went all the way around the world. Never did tell the story. That's why I said, y'all, she didn't march with Martin Luther King, but she did march. But I'm trying to get her to tell the story. And I said she started twice and then she went way across the world again. Always butter.
I remember as I tell you, it's coming to my mind.
I do butter. Strong sister, keep on pushing. Yes, I'm trying. Little Draco said, Tamika said, happy for you always. Who's Tamika? Hello, little Draco.
Go on.
Yeah. Shell said my grandmother dated Andrew Jackson. Oh, you're talking about Tito Jackson. Okay. You don't know which one it was? Okay, Shell. Yeah.
Anyway, I was gonna say back to some of this stuff. It's I mean it's so much and you can't hardly tell because all this stuff is included within what's going on now. What I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing that's not going on now that hasn't been included. But I'm gonna tell you, during the time I was coming, one of the best people that was in our area that was really kind of maintaining the things with the white area in our area, and was the first of all, it was Reverend E.C. Estelle, was the pastor of St. John Baptist Church. And I was baptized in that church in 1946, I think. 40,
Thank you, Wanda.
45, 46 sometime. Anyway, I was about 6 years old. 5, 6 years old. But coming along is Pastor E.C. Estelle at St. John Baptist Church was on Florida at that time. And all of my family was members of that church, all of them. And after then, the next one that I will give credit to for a lot of things that happened in our black neighborhood was Reverend S.M. Wright, People's Baptist Church on Pine Street. And I know a lot of y'all are familiar with him. But Reverend S.M. Wright took it on his own to go with Reverend E.C. Estelle. And Reverend E.C. Estelle, and he learned, and Reverend Wright learned a lot from a lot of the people from E.C. Estelle, because E.C. Estelle had a lot of connections with the people in our area, in the Dallas County area, especially with the white people that was over most of the things. And so E.C. Estelle taught S.M. Wright, Reverend S.M. Wright, E.C. Estelle, he stayed with Reverend S.M. Wright when he was a young man when he started at People's Baptist Church. And S.M. Wright learned a lot from E.C. From Dr. Estelle. So this is where our city stayed pretty much in right areas because of these two men. But Reverend E.C. Estelle was one of our main members, one of our main churches that was ahead of things. But some way I was trying to think of who got with the who called. I can't think of
Homer said he was raised over there in that area. Homer said he was raised in that area.
Who was?
Homer.
Homer?
Said he was raised in that area where you talking about.
Okay. Well, anyway, somebody calls ECS, calls Reverend Wright to become the next person that will be operating in the city of Dallas with all of the ministers do what he learned from ECS there. But Reverend Wright was a very young man, very, very young when he started. But he did get with ECS there, and ECS there taught him how to represent himself among our white city leaders. And this is what kept our community going, is these main ministers that stayed with those people up there. Now, they had a couple of more pastors that would work with them. Right now, I can't remember their names because I didn't associate myself with them. But those, I can remember, and I don't remember names right now, like I said. If I could remember the names, I could tell you a whole lot of them, but that was quite a few. But those two that I do know, they kept up with most of the head of the other class of white people that was running the Dallas City area. And they kept them going, and they kept all the churches going. And they tried to start different organizations within the churches in order to get all the black churches to come together, which some of them did. I still don't remember a lot of the names. I know we had Monger Avenue Baptist Church, and I know that was one of the older ones also. And we had, what is it? I was trying to, let me see. I'm trying to remember all the churches. And let's see. It was, what was his name? Oh, shoot, I can't even think of the names now. Anyway, we had the Methodist churches also. And then we had, oh my goodness. Y'all know what? Y'all making me go back too far, and I can't think of all these names and all this church. St. Paul Methodist Church, it was another one. He was an older pastor. They worked with them also. And the one was, I don't know, Monger Avenue Church. I used to go to Monger Avenue just for pleasure all the time, and I can't even think of his name right now. And then we have, what's the other one out there on the freeway now? I can't even think of his name either. Anyway, I can't think of all these people's names. I'm telling you, too many years in between, and I haven't been associated with them, and I'm not going to remember the name. But anyway, we have a lot of, if they come to me, I will mention their names right away. But these are the people that really worked on top of the sheet to get what the Dallas, to keep our community safe and sound, and to keep us going, and to do things that kept our areas going also. But I can't remember all of them at the same time. Really, Episcopal churches, Methodist churches, Baptist churches, and our. But I was in full membership with
Tay.
That's before he died.
Taya said, my grandfather was Reverend Tommy Miles at the church you mentioned along the Clara.
The lady over next door said something. I don't know what it was. Her mom.
Oh, she's only speaking Spanish.
No, but she was trying to say something, but somebody here, I think. I don't know what she said.
Tay said her grandfather was Reverend Tommy Miles at the church you mentioned, along with Clara Miles, with my granny who owned Clara Kitchen. She said she remember you meeting.
Kitchen, yeah.
She said she remember the meeting and the names that you mentioned.
Okay. Well, yeah. So.
Hey Tay. So I remember Clara Kitchen.
You're gonna take that tree down that corner.
Aaron said, I have a question for you. What?
I may have a question for me, but I may not be able to answer.
No, he being stupid. This person being stupid.
Huh?
This person being stupid.
Somebody being stupid?
Yeah, I'm finna block him.
Okay.
Yeah, Clara Kitchen. Yeah, we definitely remember Clara Kitchen, Tay.
Yeah, I remember Clara's Kitchen. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, Kenneth.
I do remember.
Yeah, she said that was her grandmother. And Homer said Church of God in Christ.
What? What's the name of Church of God in Christ?
Homer said Church of God in Christ. Kendall said, hey, Jim said, I just found out about the Tina Turner Hotel here in Dallas. It's like a museum. The day she ran from Ike Turner. Yeah.
Now what?
He said he just found out about the hotel here in Dallas where Tina Turner had ran and left Ike at the hotel.
Oh, that was in Dallas?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. The hotel where Tina Turner ran and left Ike at. They said he says is a history spot now.
Mm.
When they had their last fight and she ran and left him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he said he didn't know the hotel was here in Dallas. I heard that Jim.
Okay.
Chill said.
Well, and on top of that, there were what was his Foster, Grim Foster. There's a lot of these names I'm telling you, I can't.
He said it's called Hotel Lorenzo.
Really?
The Hotel Lorenzo. They're making it a historical mark where Tina Turner left ran and left her. What street that was on, Jim Rockford? I heard of Hotel Lorenzo. Where was that at?
The one there?
The Hotel Lorenzo.
Yeah. Okay.
He
Yeah.
said it was he said it was a Ramada Inn at the time.
Oh, okay.
Ramada Inn, okay.
Yeah, he said it's a hotel that it's called Lorenzo Hotel. He said that's where Tina Turner ran from left Ike Turner in their last fight. He said it's on the south side of I-30.
I-30?
It's on the south side of I-30.
Oh, okay. I don't know much about I-30. It's kind of like on the east side.
Yeah, she said she knew what he's talking about.
Okay. But anyway.
He said it has a Tina Turner museum in it. He said it has a Tina Turner museum in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No.
He said by the Life Foundation.
Yeah.
Oh, by Life Foundation? Oh, okay.
Off I-30.
Yeah.
He said traveled off Markenberry to Lorenzo. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to put all these things together, but
It said traveled off Markenberry to Lorenzo. Jim said she ran from Stadler Hilton Hilton for 35 cents. That was in Dallas.
what now?
She ran from Startler Hilton with 35 cents.
One from Star to Hilton.
Yeah, Startler Hilton with 35 cents in her pocket to the Laurent to the hotel, to the Ramada Hotel.
Oh. Okay, it's 35 in Simpson. That's what you're saying.
No, it was 35 cents.
Simpson. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Lorenzo.
Lorenzo.
I
Yeah.
can't remember that.
And the hotel.
But you know, the movie said she offered her wedding ring, but I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, it was Stadler. It's at the Stadler Hilton.
Oh, okay.
That's where she ran from 35 cents in her pocket.
Who did it?
Tina Turner in Dallas.
Oh, okay.
He said they turned the hotel where she was. They turned it to a Tina Turner museum off 30.
Oh, that's where she had run to. Okay.
She ran to the Ramada Hotel.
Okay. Where was that? I don't know where that. I don't remember all that.
Kendall Gardner says it's called the Stadler. It's an apartment complex. Now it's an apartment complex.
They know more about it than we do.
I guess they stay in Dallas. The ones talking here, they're in Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a whole lot of stuff then. But like I said,
That was interesting information.
It is.
I knew she ran from a hotel in Dallas, but I didn't know which one. But now, so that's interesting information to know.
I don't know.
You didn't warm it up? Oh.
I'll say, but anyway, I know it was a lot of stuff that was going on, you know. It's a lot of stuff been going on, but I can't. But I was just trying to mention that with Dr. Wright and Estelle. That's what came in my mind to let them know that that's why our city has stayed pretty much Democratic, because they stayed with those people, and there's white people here kept them going and kept the churches going.
She got some stew in there that's good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some stew in there is real good.
And it kept the churches going in this areas, you know. That's what was keeping things going pretty much. So that's why I was wanting to make that suggestion of what was going on during that time and how it helped everybody, how it helped keep Dallas in an area because of those same ministers kept with the other people with the Baptist. Even though now we came through some that were shatter type that were not in condemnation with that what was going on. But we did have enough of them
And it's too good.
that kept us going with what was going on, and this is why we are still in kind of like a democratic city of Dallas instead of other little towns. But I wanted people to know that that's why it kept going, and that's why that's why we are have still gone today, and we've had more Democrat mayors than anybody in any other time. But Dallas has been a city that has been blessed, in other words, to do a lot of other things that some of the cities have not done and could not do. That's all I was saying, and I was just letting them know that it's because of two of those black ministers stayed in line, in contact with the people that had the finances to help the city keep going in that area. So if they didn't come down, that's what I'm talking about. But I know a lot of people understand that, as I said, the NAACP, we have a lot of people that was in there.
Supposed to snow Saturday.
I heard that.
Supposed to snow Saturday. It's supposed to be 15 degrees.
I know. We gotta get going there this weekend. Yeah.
Don't y'all hear the camera going?
Hmm.
Is the camera going?
Oh.
Yep, it's supposed to snow. They said it's gonna get a good snow this weekend.
Okay, that changed before we came.
Yeah, 15 degrees. It's snow.
Yeah. They supposed to start Friday.
Raven said Homer Buffalo is in the blizzard
And
right
I
now.
gotta go to the doctor Friday and get my shot.
Really?
You know, say I like going back and watching history videos. Downtown Thrive. Yeah, cause you know Deep Ellum was like supposed to be in Tulsa, where the black folks on Deep Ellum had money down there. Where all the businesses back on before they got rid of them. They put the bills and signed the law. They seen the black people making too much money. That's when they signed that law to make that freeway down there to cover up to move all the black businesses from Deep Ellum.
On Good Latimer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did that because that end down there was really owned by black people on the end of Elm, what they call it. What they used to call it, Elm, they call it Elm something else.
Ella Pickett.
No, that's Elm Ticket where my daddy. Elm Ticket was where my dad lived with Littlefield. What you talking about? You going too far. You gonna pass downtown, you going back to Elm Ticket. That's the side of town it was.
I remember Elm Thicket. I knew it was somewhere.
No, ain't no Elm Ticket. It was there. That was Elm Ticket was over by the airport where all the black people living in those apartments before they started building, adding on Littlefield. And that's another thing, they added Littlefield where all the black folks was, and they extended it on out to where they moved all the black people that was in those duplexes and houses that was living out there, and they took all that stuff away from the black side in Holland in that area. And back in
I remember them
that
duplexes.
was back in the that was back in the
60s. Those are the
1950s.
Well, it was the 60s too, cause I was in them duplexes when Grandmama and them was still in them duplexes over there. Cause it was like them planes gonna fall on my head when I looked in the sky, cause they were dead low towards the house.
Yeah. So all those things were back in those days, but like I said, what is it? Littlefield Airport bought all that stuff back. So they bought those houses, and they took all of the duplexes and all the black, and there were some really well-owned black people lived in those houses over there in the duplex also. So there were a lot of things going on in that day and time, you know.
Yeah, I remember
for black people also. So you all have to know that this, you know, like I said, Dallas had to move out a lot of things in order for them to. They moved out a lot of the black areas.
Kendall say he from Roseland Home Projects.
Yeah, they took part of that down too, but I was through that other day. They still got a little bit of it left, but that was a Roseland Home. I used to have to walk through that Roseland Home Project to go to school when I was going to Booker T. Because I lived on the other side, because the house I was living in, they took that house that I lived in when I was born. Yeah, they took it in 1960. Let me see what you were born. 1962.
Mm-hmm.
They took that area. from Washington Avenue and 1 Street
Hey,
and
Tim.
all that place down there. And at that time, the Central Expressway was taken all up where the train tracks used to be. They were going through Dallas also. So they took all the train tracks up and they ran the Central Expressway through there. So all that was Central Expressway. Then it would go to Good Latimer, and when it got to Good Latimer, so at the part where on Elm Street part from downtown, they ran through Good Latimer because that was the area. All the first of all, before the black got that area, Jews had it. All Jews had it, and Jews give it out to the black. I mean, they sold it out to the black. They almost give it to them because it was very reasonable at that time. And they almost really give it to them. And those black people took that over. And then when the Good Latimer, when they decided they want to run that expressway through there.
Because they're making too much money.
That area. They didn't take all the way back. They just took that
Where
area.
the black people had money.
That was called Deep Ellum. They took the Deep Ellum part back from them, and when they took the Deep Ellum part back from them, then that's when they decided, let's take this part of Good Latimer and let's run an expressway through.
Mm-hmm.
And that way, they took all that, the stores and all the projects and all the businesses was down there was owned by black people, and they took all that part out from the black people and ran the Good Latimer expressway through there. So that happened back in 1940. Let me see. That wasn't 40. That was 19.
That was in the
late 50s.
That was in the late 50s, early 60s.
Yeah.
You hear me?
That
was in the late 50s, early 60s.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I'm getting the years kind of confused here.
Because it used to be they went down there and found all them black millionaires down there.
Yeah, I was still down here.
Kenna said his mama went to Booker T. She graduated in 1962. Miss Lena graduated in 1960, right?
Yeah. But anyway, they took that part. That was in 55.
Oh, you got a new number, Angel? Okay.
56, 57, I think it was.
Jim said State and Thomas was all black. Hello, Robert the Dead.
Huh?
He said State and Thomas was black. All black. State Street and Thomas was all black.
Yeah, well, yeah, State. That's where the camp, all that was black at the State Theater, the Black Theater that was on the corner of Thomas and State Street. Thomas Hall in State, that's where it was.
Mm-hmm.
Peppermint Barbecue was there also. You know, Peppermint Barbecue, North Dallas Cab Stand, and a lot of black on. There were beauty shops there, and then on the other side there, Dr. Pinkston was Pinkston Hospital. You know, let me see.
Where Dr. Dorsey Hospital at? Dr. Dorsey Hospital's on in South Dallas, or what?
No, the other doctor, he was there with the dad in Forward.
Oh, okay.
See, Dr. Dorsey, we know that he was the dad in Forward.
Okay.
Then he finally came over here to Martin Luther King. The son did after he graduated, because his son was younger, of course. You know, the son was younger than the dad. But I've been knowing.
I hope so.
I've been knowing the dad. We've been knowing the dad all those years. And the son, he finally, we had another son.
Y'all said how we had our own hospitals, we had our own banks, we had so much. Black people had so much stuff. They had money. We had a lot of black millionaires back then, a lot.
Yeah.
Till they came and took everything, moved them out of everywhere, burned the cities down, whatever they did. It's sad.
Yeah, we had a lot.
Hey, reality.
Yeah. But we had in those let me see, we had Dr. Pinkston Clinic. Then we had Dr. Perry. Dr. Perry, I used to go to him. He was a dentist, and he had two brothers. And let me see, Dr. Perry. He had one of them was a doctor, Other was a dentist, and the other was a baby doctor. Was a pediatrician. It was all three of them brothers, but they were all doctors. You know, doctors and dentists is okay.
Kenna said, did you know Alice Jean Garrett? Did you know Alice Jean Garrett, Robert Lee Garrett?
Yeah, I heard the Garrett family. Yeah, I can't think of who they might. Yeah, I heard of the Garretts. Let me see.
He said he went to Page Temple Church of God in Christ.
Yeah.
He said Henderson Chicken on Thompson Hall.
Yeah, the Garrett. Yeah.
That's the one you talking about went to Booker T Kenna that graduated in 60, 62, 63.
I might know.
Oh, he said that's his mama. That's his mama name is
I may not graduate. I might not know though.
His mama name Alice Jean Garrett.
Oh, Alice Jean Garrett. Probably I don't know. I might know of you, but that was a little later because I finished in 60. 63, 3 years later, so that might have been somebody. She was younger than I was, so I don't know. I might would know her face because she was probably there when I graduated though. You know, she was there in 63. So like I said, there are a lot of people going on, a lot of things was going on, and that I may not know, you know, that I may not remember. I'll say it like that. But I'm just kind of going down the details of things that I can remember. Some of the things I really don't remember. And I can't tell you that I do remember because I really don't remember.
Jim Rocco said he worked at Church's Chicken on Lemon and McKinney.
Oh, where?
Lemon and McKinney.
Lemon?
And McKinney said across the street from Skaggs.
Lemon and...
McKinney. The Church's Chicken on Lemon and McKinney. He said he worked across the street from Skaggs.
Skaggs. I forgot about Skaggs. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Skaggs was a drugstore and a grocery store. What was Skaggs?
It was a grocery store, wasn't it?
But they had a drugstore in there or something.
Yeah, Skaggs was a grocery store. I believe it was a grocery store.
I think Skaggs was, I don't know, Skaggs seemed like to me it might have been a drugstore. I don't know. It's been too long. They done closed so many things since
He
then.
said it was a Skaggs Alpha Beta grocery.
It was
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was what I was thinking it was a grocery store.
Yeah. It sounded like it was.
Reality said I remember Skaggs. Yep.
Yeah.
Dang, that was a long time ago. Skaggs. What's that other one that used to be Tom Thumb over there on Hampton, like going toward West Dallas? Killer said Skaggs and Aberson. There used to be Tom Thumb, upscale Tom Thumb. What was the name of it? Like going toward West Dallas on Hampton.
Wait a minute, I'm trying to think.
Grandma and them used to shop there all the time. The upscale, it was Tom Thumb, but it was upscale Tom Thumb.
The upscale Tom Thumb's on Hampton.
Yeah, what I just said. Going toward West Dallas.
No, it was going toward North Dallas. It was in North Dallas.
What was it called?
It was a Simon Davis.
Yeah, Simon Davis.
And that was upscale store. And that was the one that I told you that's where we got our food from.
Yeah, what I just said is where we got grandma and them went to Simon Davis all the time and got their food from Simon Davis.
We got food at Simon Davis. My aunt, she took in washing and ironing, and had a room where she had people doing the work in the back of the house, and so she had been working for Simon Davis for a long time.
Give me that.
And the swing, there was a swings shop like Farstone, and the Dunlap swing. She worked for them because I used to go out to their house and she'd babysit for them at night sometime. My aunt, and they had a store like Farstone, and they were Dunlap swings. That's what their company was. And I go out there and
Page Drugstore? I don't remember Page Drugstore.
No, it's Dunlap.
No, like somebody asked. Yeah, I hear you. Or Jim said, do you remember Page Drugstore?
Yeah. I remember Page Drugstore.
Shea Breath was Simple B.
What? I remember Page Drugstore, and I remember we used to love Rexall too. All those stores I used to love, but everything like that. And then there was Let me see what else. But now Simon David was a brand of Tom Thumb, but it was the upscale store of Tom Thumb.
Under the all the houses. The mob, you talking they go in? Yeah, they're under the houses.
That was upscale store. And if you wanted anything from them, like I said, that was everything from there. So when we got ready to put out them lights and but that was very sufficient food and stuff. And but we didn't have anything. We didn't have any places for that because that's one of the grocery stores that we always had top food up there.
Yeah, Simon David.
Yeah. So and they would deliver our food because my aunt used to have a wash house in the back of our house and had people back there working. And those people that she had back there working, well, they would do the washing and ironing. And they were like the older ladies, I guess they at that time. Y'all might know they used to call them white old, but anyway, they worked hard. I can tell you for whatever they got. But what is it, Thunderbird? That's what they needed in Thunderbird. So long as they could get some Thunderbird, they were satisfied. Mm-hmm. They go back in their little ad in their house and they work for that Thunderbird. I think for the Thunderbird 50 cents a bottle for that big old, what was it? Big old, I don't know what it was. Shoot, big old something. They could get it in a big old jug, they could get it in a little, maybe something like a liter or something, I don't know. But they all used to be like four or five women and 2 or 3 men. They all stayed in one little old, what you call a tiny house.
Yeah.
When I'm staying in a tiny house and they had a wood stove. They burn their wood stove and they cook outdoors. But a lot of time, one of them didn't mind to cook. So we always had 2 stoves in a kitchen. And so sometimes if she wanted to cook something, one of them didn't drink that much, but one of them was an overdose all the time. And we let her come over and make a big old make a great big old pot of pig feet, oxtail, and whatever she put in that pot, I don't know. There'd be a whole lot of pig heads and everything else in there. And then she take it back out there to their little tiny house. I said, they had tiny houses then.
Mm-hmm. They did shotgun housing.
Hey, well, this one no shotgun, this one room. One tiny house, one big old room, that's all it was. But no, that's what they had over there, come to think of it.
Yeah, Dallas do have a lot of history, Jim. A lot of history. I remember H.L. Green Homer talking about Cook invite him over.
And they would go back out there in their little house. And she cooked that great big old pot. My aunt gave her a great big old pot. She put all them pig ears, and I think the man at the store let her have a whole big old bucket of pig ears and pig tails and pig feet and whatever. And she cooked them things all day long. When they get through ironing and working for my aunt, they take that big old pot and put it on the loom. I don't know what they put that thing on. Maybe one of them big old strong men come got it. I don't know. I forgot it. I forgot how they did it. But anyway, they take that big old pot of stuff home and they be ready for their wine, whatever they be doing, and they put that heat that you can see that smoke coming out of them old tin thing to put on top of their house for the smoke to come through with the wood stove.
Yeah. Yeah.
The animal smoke thing come through there.
Yeah, Jim, I know Sportatorium World Wrestling. He said the Sportatorium, he used to go there and look at wrestling.
What?
Yeah, I went to the Sportatorium a couple of times before they tore it down.
Yeah, I used to go to the wrestling match.
Lenora said she black, white, and Native American. Okay, Lenora.
There's a lot of things going on. I mean, I can remember some things, I remember some things quite well and some things I don't remember as well. But the things I do remember, it's still, some of them I can't put together. Because there's been a lot of years, a lot of different things on in a lot. When I tell you, If you can
You have
remember
to
things, as long as I can remember.
email her your number, Homer. When she sell plates again, I call you. She start back selling plates, I call you so you can come and get a plate, buy a plate.
Huh?
I told Homer when you start back selling plates, you'll call them so you come and buy a plate.
I don't know when that'll be.
See your phone number, Homer,
I don't know when that'll
and her
be.
email.
I don't know when that's gonna be.
Yeah, I know they moved the Greyhound bus. That's good. They did move it. All that riffraff right there be gone.
What's that?
They moved the Greyhound station, bus station to Harry Hines now.
Okay. They moved a whole lot of stuff. They
Mm.
closed down a whole lot of stuff.
But they getting ready for that thing in
Yeah.
that soccer
Next year.
thing. Yeah.
But still, it's still gonna be. There's still a lot of stuff. Oh, but anyway,
Yeah.
they got rid of that a long time. 10 to 20 years ago. A lot of that stuff been gone for 10, 20 years.
No, he was talking about the Greyhound bus just been moved.
Well, they say they were gonna move the Greyhound bus 5 years ago before this even came up.
Yeah, but I just
But
said
they
it
didn't
need
have
to
nowhere
be.
to put it.
It need to be moved because ain't no but riffraff there. Be over there. They
Well,
get
they
rid of
gonna-
that McDonald's over there too, but I
Well,
probably
they done tried to move it 2 or 3 times, but they couldn't find nowhere to put it because they were gonna close it down. They closed it down for about almost a year, half a year or something. Then they decided to open it back up. So now they say they're gonna move it. Period.
tell my mother
Out of
loud
town.
not to annoy you.
Because they do need it right now for all
What?
this stuff they trying to do. And now that they got the dark bus ain't gonna be stopping around that area by the convention center anymore. You can ride it, but you can't get on and can't get out.
Alfie said you watching from London. You would like to send us some snacks. You had to do an email. Email her. Send her email, Alfie. Will somebody put Granny's email up for Alfie can write her email down. He wants to send you some snacks from London. He wants to send you some London snacks.
You gonna send me what?
Snacks from London.
Oh, okay.
Somebody put the email up, y'all, so Alfie can get the email, please.
Johnny not on today.
Oh.
What's got not on?
I don't
Now
know.
you and them not on.
At least, Tisa was on, but I don't know. I think Michelle Davis, maybe some of them on. Maybe all of them that's moderators are gone. Jim, you know Miss Lena's email? If you do, you please put it up for me. Lady Blessed.
But don't Lula know it?
Lula never did come on.
Oh, she didn't. Okay.
Alfie, it's you got a pencil and I give it to you. He said he want to send you some stuff from England, from the UK snacks. Okay, thank you, Michelle. There it is, Alfie. She just wrote up in a pen. Thank you, Michelle. Okay, I just pinned it, Alfie.
I think somebody still got batteries in it.
Yeah, take the battery out so it won't corrode. Me and hubby said, "Sup, Granny, how's it going, Angel?" Said, "DJ, what did y'all have for lunch?" She made a breakfast, Angel. Yeah, it is, Jim Rockford. Did you get it, Alfie? I pinned it. All right, y'all. I hope everybody enjoyed Miss Lena history and all her talking today. So
I need to eat out my stuff. Maybe get a plate of food today.
I'm finna get ready to get off of here, y'all. We've been on here finna be 3 hours. And we finna get off. Bonnie and Clyde had a lot of history. Oh yeah, Jim Rockford. They used to always be in my grandmother's house. My grandmother Catherine said they used to hide them out when they came. Remember grandma told us that? Just give their mama $100 when they came. Grandmama Catherine. Yeah, and so every time they would come to their house, they hide them out. Because they had how many kids? How many grandma? 21 kids or something?
Who is that?
Grandma Catherine, mom and daddy.
She had, back 14, I think.
They had 14 kids. They used to hide them out there at G and Rockford. And they always, every time they came, they always gave their mom, gave my grandmother's mother and daddy $100 to hide them out.
But they seem so, they got the property though.
Who?
Come on them.
Got what property?
Clyde and them, and what you got on property?
Oh, they got the property?
That's how come they got the money. Where you think they got the money from?
Oh, from Bonnie and Clyde. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I thought you knew that.
No, I knew the other stuff. I didn't know that's how they got
Yeah.
from Bonnie and Clyde. Oh, wow. Y'all, I didn't know that the Bonnie and Clyde bought the property that they had. I didn't know that.
He didn't, they got it from them.
That's what I just said. That's awesome.
I don't know if whoever was over Bonnie Clyde, that's who got them, but that's who had, that was their property, that was the property that they had, okay.
Oh, wow. That's some awesome history right there. Alrighty then.
That's why, girl.
Hey, Texas Nana. Hello, amigas.
All that money they got.
Wow. That's something, y'all. That's something I knew about them hiding Bonnie and Clyde out, but I didn't know the rest. What you granny was just saying today. That's pretty awesome right there. Geo Rockford talking about Bonnie View. Nah, they wasn't on this side of Dallas. Geo Rockford.
Way out in the country.
Still way out in the country where they used to hide Bonnie and Clyde.
Way on out there somewhere. Way out in the woods.
Wow, that's something neat to know. How you doing today, Texas Nana? You talking about West Dallas?
I don't know where that. Way out there.
She said way out in the country. Jill.
Way. Let me see. What side that would have been on? Oh, it's way out there. Way on.
Hey,
out.
Maury. Say hello, beautiful lady. Happy Martin Luther King Day. You too.
I don't know where it's way on out there somewhere.
Lights down at the bottom of there.
We gonna put them lights in a different little room.
Yeah, put all the lights somewhere else. Yeah. Gotta pull them off there. That's gonna be the problem, though. All of that stuff that's glued down. You have to get something like it, pop it off. Oh, Bonnie, he said Bonnie is buried in West Dallas. You hear me? Grant? He said Bonnie is buried in West Dallas.
Right, what?
It's buried in West Dallas.
Oh, I don't know where they buried him. I didn't try to bury him. I don't know where they buried him.
Yeah, he's saying that Bonnie is buried in West Dallas. But I know that they did used to hide out at my grandmother's house. Hide them. So people used to have mother and father used to hide Bonnie and Clyde.
I didn't know about that. I ain't never heard that.
You come on, Granny, so you can say bye.
Okay, bye. Okay, you all. It's been a holiday, and I hope y'all learn a few things from me that I can remember, because I sure don't. I can't recall a lot of people's names and places, because that's been years and years ago. But I try to tell you all some things that I could remember, and I hope you got a little bit of education out of what I was saying today, and I hope you will learn a different.
Happy Martin Luther King Day to you too. Thank God.
Huh?
Somebody was thank God I was telling you Happy Martin Luther Day.
Okay, but anyway, I'm hoping that you all will understand a few things that was around in this Dallas area, and like I told you, I don't know what happened in all these other areas where Martin Luther King actually was and things that went on. That's just a few things that I'm reminding you of what happened in this area that I know of. And I'm still no more, but I don't remember. And I said I'm not going to tell you things that I don't remember because I don't remember them. So I can't go on to tell you things that I don't know. But I did try to tell you some of the remembrance of things that I knew. And I hope y'all get a few little education member from what I had to say today. And I hope God will bless you all through years to come to remember some of the things if you want to, especially you folks that don't live in Dallas or the United States or whatever. You might remember some of them for the future for whatever reason, I don't know. But thank you all for being taking out a few minutes to listen. And I hope that you have learned a few things that you would remember in your future life. Even for those that even lived in here, that you all might learn. Younger women that might have children coming along, and you might want to learn, may have learned a few things that I've told you all about what happened in the early 50s and all of that stuff. And like I said, I think I did tell them, but I had to remember when the school. I already told them about when I lived across the street from the school years ago.
Well, when you live across the street from the school, oh, you had to walk a long way to go to Booker T. Walker.
Right. Well,
She texted Nana say I see my amiga still in pajamas. She said she been in her pajamas all day too.
she tried to join me in the pajama trip. Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, you all, I did live across the street from when they started segregating, when they started integrating the schools, and I had just moved from the North Dallas area when they were getting ready to build the Central Expressway in 1962. Near 1962 or 63, I think. 1962 is when it was. And they were getting ready when I moved over to the Oak Cliff area. Where I moved in, I was the only black person within 20 blocks of neighborhood, only black, When I was, I think I was about, how much, how old was I when you were born?
21,
22.
almost
I was 22 when DJ was born.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going on 23. But this was in 1963. I moved in to this. In 1962, I moved into the Oak Cliff area, and I was the only black person on that street for 20 blocks, and no one else was there. But my oldest son was there, and DJ was a baby, and my oldest son, which is the minister, Reverend Williams, was there at the time that we moved across there, and he was like 5 years old, I think, getting ready to go to school. And so when we moved there, okay, I'm gonna say this, then I'm gonna let y'all go. So they were getting ready to integrate the school, but across the street, I lived across the street from a W.W. Bushman school, and I'm sure a lot of you on there that lived in Dallas and knows W.W. Bushman on Bonnie View. Okay, I lived right across the street, right in the front door where they walked in, and so that year they had pulling the integration in, starting into the that independent Dallas Independent School District, and so they had the police patrol there and everything. We had a couple of little black kids was going to start the school over there, and now my son couldn't go over there because I hadn't registered him in the prior time when they were trying to register those black kids in. And that was going to be his first grade. I think that was his first grade. I'm not for sure right now. But anyway, so that day, when they first opened the school, and the school opened for the winter session, they had all the police cars right across the street, all across on my side of the street as well as the other side. And they were marching these black kids in. And because they thought it was going to be bombing. And when I first moved out there, they had told me, he said, you need to be careful because there's nothing down this road here. There's no other black people in here. And I said, well, I'm not afraid. And I wasn't afraid, And they said, aren't you afraid that you might be bombed? I said, no, I'm not. And I really wasn't. And I guess I didn't have enough sense to be afraid. So I was staying there. And so when I did that, so I had some young white guys that lived next to me. That was some motorcycle bangles. I guess you might want to call them that.
You really say bangles.
And that's what they were called. And I had lived there, right there. And I was right down the street where the other little shopping strip was there. It was Hunt's grocery store or something or the other. But anyway, so much for that. And as I was saying is that my son, my oldest son, we had to go 20 blocks to school, and the school was right across the street because I wasn't in the integrated thing to put him in there where the integration started in time because I wasn't living there in order to write into it at that time. So they wouldn't have no recognition on me, so you had to sign up in order to get in at that time. But anyway, so I had to take him 20 blocks to school every day. And then every day for that whole first 6 months, they had the police officers there to get those black kids into the school, okay? Because there were still threats. And then when I had moved out there, I didn't make up my mind if I was gonna ride the bus, go to work or not, but I still had, so what I did, I was taking in, I just started to keep them going to riding the bus and coming back home. Because they always said the black people were gonna have trouble because there's white people out there were gonna bum you all. So that's what they told me. But I still wasn't afraid. I don't know why I wasn't afraid. I guess I should have been, but I guess I didn't have enough sense to be afraid. So I decided, well, I think I'll just take in washing and ironing at home. So that's what I did. And that's when I was making the pies for all the barbecue. Carter's barbecue pit was on, I don't know where it was, on Oakland or wherever. And several of barbecue pits, I started making, potato pies and cooking, and they're doing extra things for them to carry out and stuff too. And I think they made some for Carter's and Pepperheads, and somebody else was over there. But anyway, at that time, I was still staying home and still working. And on top of that, well, I had to go to school. So, but anyway, what I'm going to say is this, is that I had a sign in my yard, and I started keeping children. And I had a little sign that said, I put a sign in my yard that said, keep colored children. That's what I put on there. And so when I had the sign that said, keeping colored children in my yard, I had somebody to make me a sign and put it there. So one of my guys made me a big sign and put it in my, made a great big old sign, put it in the yard. And so he did that. So one day I was on the porch and I was out there. I had a small porch and I was sweeping the porch out. And so some of these people came by and called me, hey Nick, I'm gonna get you, now that'll end the N word. They said the N word when they come through there. And so these guys was on the porch next door, which I said they were motorcycle bumpers or whatever. But they told me that they said, Miss Lena, you don't have to worry about anything. They said, we are here and we're gonna protect you no matter what. And they said, we don't care about those white guys. We'll wear them out if we come back. They said, don't you be scared to go to bed at night. Don't be scared to do nothing. We're going to sit on this porch all night. And if they think they're going to bother you, you think our papas won't get, we're going to go after them. And so I'm just going to tell y'all, maybe that's why I wasn't afraid. God always had protected me with someone ready that didn't even want to protect me, understand? But I was able to be protected. And I thank God for the protection that I had. All my life, I've been protected. Is that? All my life I've been protected. I get that light one out. All my life I've been protected some kind of way or the other. And I thank God for being my protection to go around me. And I let me know, because they told me they were going to come back and they were going to bomb my house. They said, no, they're not going to bother you. So they told me, and those guys hollered at them, told them, say, if y'all ever come back, you'll never get away from here, because we're going to pull you down. And so that was about 4 or 5 of those motorcycle guys. They told those white guys they would pull them down. And so that I was protected always anyway, some kind of way. And I'm very thankful how God has saw fit to have people to protect me everywhere I have been in my life so far. Even if I were in danger, because God sends protection around me. So that's all I want you all to know, that we had to go. He had to go to school 20 blocks from where we live. And even when I was a little girl going to school, it wasn't even nearby. No, I lived 2 blocks from North Dallas High School, and I had to go 20 blocks to Booker T. Washington High School, across the railroad track, and around the Griggs Park, and everybody. So everybody that knows anything about Dallas, you hear what I'm saying. I had to walk those 20 blocks every day to school, and I lived 2 blocks from North Dallas High School, and I didn't have no choice. But that's the way life is. That's the way it has been. And y'all sit up here, and y'all, you just don't know what people gone through in the early ages to get to where y'all are. Don't have to worry about anything now. You got ways to walk, ways to go, and everything. Transportation. We didn't even have very many school buses to pick up the kids. Maybe 1 or 2 from West Dallas, and that was about it. 1 from South Dallas. But that was it. And I just want y'all to know those last few things, how I had to travel through the days and through the years to get to where I am now at 85 years old. But it's been some kind of years. But I thank God that I have made it this far, and I have been protected. And I had, like I said, it's hard to say that one black woman lived with her 2 kids and had protection from the white neighborhood,
Right.
and told them that if you ever come back to do something to her, we'll take you down. And they told them, and they never came back. They told, we're gonna wait for you for, I don't care if it's months or years, we'll be still here, and we gonna take you down. And so, and they say, we mean it. And honey, they brought some guns out on that porch at night, and they sit out there on their motorcycle all night long with them motorcycles out there, 4 or 5 of them. They brought their other friends in. Say, we gonna see. And they did that for a month or 2. But them boys, I guess they never came back. If they did come back, I don't know, because I was asleep. They told me, go in there and go to bed. You don't have to worry about a thing. Because we got it made out here, and we gonna take care of you. And they did. God sent them angels. They were like an angel to take care of me. You hear me?
Yes.
So goodbye, you all. I love you to the heart, and may God ever so bless you. This is my story for 2026, from the date of Martin Luther King's birthday, and I just want to tell you some of the things that Miss Lena came through many years ago.
Praise God.
And I came through them, and I'm still here. And I thank God that God saw fit to have me protected by their own people that said that they were gonna do this for me and do that.
Yes.
But you know, God was able. I stood on corners where we were standing on, a black lady standing on the corner. People come by there and throw urine at the other women, but it never hit me. They throw this thing to them, they never hit me. It never did. I never did get hit by anything or anybody. God was my protector all of my time, and God is still working for me. Y'all know that? I will see you tomorrow or the next day, if so God see me fit. I want y'all to be blessed. I am blessed. I am blessed at my 85. And honey, I want to tell y'all, I came on to see y'all today, but honey, for 4 days in a row, I didn't even feel like getting out of bed. But God brought me safe here today to let y'all know the story. How God will make a way. When there's no way, God will make a way. Because the doors are open and they're not closed. Anybody want to know anything, go to Jesus, because he's there. He's the answer for all the world today.
Yes.
And that's I just want y'all to know that. And I had to say them last few words to y'all about what was going on and what's going on. God bless. Goodbye now. I'm going to get up, because if I sit here, I'll think of something else. I ain't going to say nothing else. God bless you, and I love you all. To all of my subscribers and all the new ones that may have come in today, and all of you have been for my supporters for years. I thank you all. I thank my family members. I thank everybody. I thank my biological family. And I know that everyone's on my YouTube channel. Y'all are all like family. We're all like brothers and sisters, or what, mothers and daughters, or some whatever. I thank you. And I'm so happy that God left me here to give you this story for this day.
Yes.
And January 19th, 2026. But right now, with all my love. Miss Lena's Kitchen. Bye-bye.
Good night, y'all. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Love you. Love you. Love you. Love you. Love you. Bye.
I almost said love you more.